You don't need a killer dragon for me. Ooh, I don't need no fairy tale.
Last time, you guys finished up your research. You did some investigating. You opened a spooky book. You questioned an old woman and interrogated her with a great deal of intensity and meanness. You questioned the nature of life and sentience. And then, just before you were going to go to the dean, you received a note to come to the forest terrarium without anyone but the party. The missing pages have been located. You went to said forest terrarium at midnight under cover of darkness, entering the great bubble, and were immediately attacked by two giant elk skeletons.
Well, they began circling us.
No. That is not a thing that happened.
They could have simply been soliciting advice.
They definitely leapt out of their large glass enclosures and assaulted the party.
And screamed out, "Love me for who I am," and
That-
ran directly at us.
Yes, that's exactly what happened. There you go.
That's how I remember it.
It's like sharks. Whenever they see the people in the cages, they're just trying to help them get them out.
Right. They're like, oh, you're trapped. I will assist you. Oh, no, I got one of your arms. You should keep that inside next time.
Yeah.
So, we pick up this week, rolling initiative.
Yay. Everybody?
Yes, everybody.
Let's see if I can. Oh, there it is. I was gonna say, let's see if I can end my streak of getting first initiative every time. Yes.
Definitely not first.
Oh, I forgot to click my token.
Too late now.
Oh, and then you did it manually for me.
I did.
I'm so pampered.
You are. No bandits. Elks. Alright, elks. How fast are you?
That's really cool.
0 fast.
Ooh.
Let's see if I can actually not get one shot.
Alright. 0 fast. Still before almost the entire party.
Yeah. Wait, do they roll initiative independently?
Would you like them to?
They can't both have 12. That's
Why not?
fair. They're strong, independent elk skeletons.
Alright. Dungeon has demanded.
See, if one of them has like 25,
The other
I'm
one's
gonna
rolling a
blame
one.
you
Demanded a recount.
immediately.
Yes.
The other one's
Yep.
rolling a 1.
And he also called them strong, so they're not going to get a +1 to a bunch of things we don't want.
True.
Oh,
3.
I knew that other one sucked.
Oh my god. Hi, bud. I'm sorry I was banging on the desk.
All right. It is full dark. No one's carrying a light. So Genra and Rezik have no clue what the fuck's going on. You walked into a dark biodome surrounded by trees, which you know because you're walking on grass and you can hear the trees, like rustling. Maybe one of, I think it was Genra last time, spotted a shadowy figure and was like, and then these jumped out. But all you hear is clop, 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 glass crashing, and nothing else because you two can't see. Genra, you're up.
Are we actually in combat yet?
Yep.
Yeah.
Shit. All right. Just out of fear for everything, she's just gonna grab her feeding dagger.
Okay.
And I mean, like, she's not close enough to anything to do anything.
She wouldn't even know if she was.
Yeah, exactly. So I think she's just gonna pass on doing anything because she just
She could
has no idea what to
perceive
do.
the directions that they're coming
She could,
from.
yeah, you could certainly try to listen. You could whip out a torch and spend your whole turn lighting that.
That's true.
You could duck for cover. You could cast a defensive or utility spell. You could.
Okay, actually, that's a good point. All right.
You could
could-
break the glass of the wall behind you and jump out of the way right before
They're
they
like
charge
big
you.
magic bubbles, not necessarily glass.
Mm,
You can counterspell the bubble.
There you go.
um.
Or dispel
Fine.
magic.
There
Actually,
you go.
that's a
Yes,
thing.
yes. Dispel the bubble. Send this entire platform crashing to the earth, killing everyone.
Um.
Yeah, I've died in worse ways.
True. Be a
I-
swift
I-
way to change
if I could
campaigns.
take my armor off while in the
I mean,
air.
you educated one of them.
That's true. That's true. I mean, the three of them could survive. You'd be the only one who's dead.
I mean,
Right.
we could
They would all be
probably
gone.
grab him
Right.
and just fall, and he would, fall slightly faster.
Not in the dark. A sudden jump.
I mean,
You know,
Ugly would be
it-
But
focusing
you'd
on
have to
taking
take
his
on your
off.
armor too. Yeah. So the only
Right.
person who could grab, actually, the other two can't see. There's no chance.
It would be really inconvenient if I had Featherfall as a first level spell, wouldn't
It
it?
would be very inconvenient. Luckily, the giant island would still kill you.
Okay. So I don't think I actually have a torch. So instead, I'm gonna do my gust barrier.
Okay.
Because I'm not really sure how close they are, but I'm just gonna use that and hope to keep anybody away.
All right. You have
I
gusted
mean,
a barrier.
Wouldn't you just have a torch by default?
If it's not on your sheet by now, you don't have it.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Make sure to give yourself all the requisite items as an adventurer.
That's true. At the very beginning, I did see that's the things that I didn't copy. I typically don't copy over all the stuff from D&D Beyond,
Right.
just because it's like, I mean, this is like our third game, so I'm like, okay, I know what I'm supposed to have on that shot as far as that stuff goes.
Right. But there
Although
there do
I
come
did put Bedroll
times.
Mess Kit this time.
Right. And like, and even if the only thing you put was like explorer's kit, that would mean that you
Yeah.
have all those things.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
But there comes a time when I'm like, anybody got a grappling hook? And you're like, oh, I think so. No.
Right.
Yeah.
No non-standard bullshit.
Right. All right. Okay, it's Elk 1. I guess I need to label these. Let's go with the left guy as Elk 1. Buddy, you're stuck. No, the door. Use the force
So he looks at me
pepper.
in the mirror. What a
Use the
jerk.
force. Open the door.
Yes, he's choosing to see you in the mirror as opposed to you naturally.
I don't know why
Okay.
he does that.
He's like, do it now.
Well, Elk One is going to understand that
One.
I'm the one that's supposed to get hit, right?
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Oh,
He tramples 2 trees in his path and rushes the group.
how tall are these?
12 feet.
Big boys.
Yep, they are twice the size of all of you. In fact, all of you probably still don't take up as much space as he takes, since some of you are pretty small. Let that dog out. He's just standing there at the door.
There. Now he's
All
gonna
right.
go boy. Gonna
All
lay down
right.
right next to her.
Just gonna stare at it from next to her. You make me so sad just standing at a door. Okay. So he charge the group. He doesn't know smart things, so he's just gonna hit one of you. Let's see. Ugla is 1, Rezik is 2. Ugla
Hey,
hits, lucky.
there we go.
Okay.
Yeah, now don't give one shot.
Okay.
Is his attack of opportunity larger than 10 or larger than 5 feet?
How would you know that?
Oh, all right. I wouldn't.
A 9 doesn't hit, I'm sure.
Nope.
Okay.
Douglas sees the giant hulking bone come at him and says, "Oh God, it's gonna rip me in half!" As it hits him and bounces off. Huh? Maybe not.
maybe not so tough. Huh. Okay, Lycus.
Must be a lot of cartilage in there.
You do know, you can see. Genra, you still, like, even though it's only 10 feet from you, all you hear is some giant critter that doesn't breathe crash through a bunch of trees, and then, like, air whooshing since it, and a loud clang.
Yeah, that's good. So that loud clang. I mean, I guess we're in a bubble. Does sound escape the bubble?
It does. It's a permeable magical bubble.
Are there any habitable bubbles nearby?
Like that you could jump to?
No, that might have heard that clang.
Oh, I see. They don't really float near each other often, but they would like pass each other in rotation on occasion.
Yeah, I'm thinking maybe a maintenance man on one of
Maybe.
the passing bubbles hears that clang and says, "Oh no, something must have gone wrong," and comes to investigate.
Indeed.
Or it's like it's not my problem.
More likely.
Yes.
Why don't we just leave at this point? Would they chase us off of this forestarium?
Into the elevator, I guess.
Yeah, I don't
Well,
see that happening.
only 3 of you can leave at the moment. Remember, they float away from the platforms.
Yeah.
So
Was that a doorbell?
it is a doorbell. I don't think I'm waiting on anything though.
Well, now you are. Dog gets up to you. I love it.
All right, so seeing what he knows now, he's going to tap his own shoulder once to make a turret as an action, and he's going to make it a force ballista turret, and he will use his bonus action to shoot at the one that's next to Ugla and.
Cool. I was expecting Lycus to do something like Lycus taps a ball bearing, and then he taps the elk, and it turns into a like a bone wood chest or something like that.
The 12 versus AC.
I think he can hear us but can't respond from there.
Okay. I'll just wait. Suppose I should have waited anyway, but yeah.
It's okay. Is that a Roomba?
Where? Oh, at the very, like, I don't know what to
The
call it.
base of that half wall.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, it is.
Nice. This is what we've become.
Hmm.
Is that a Roomba?
What do y'all think that poster is back there?
What is it? The poster on the wall? Or
It's
in
like
that little...
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. That's too.
Ah.
Randy comes back and we're all analyzing everything in his house.
What
What is it?
What are you trying to figure out?
What's
That's
on
the
the
What's the picture back there?
That one?
Yeah.
You're gonna like this.
Ooh.
Good doggo following along.
He's like, roll investigate. And if we get a 20, he'll come show it to you. Didn't even have to.
Some true dungeon bullshit.
Ooh.
Oh, okay, maybe not. No, that's really cool.
Yeah, what is it?
It's like a Japanese, like, shogunate kind of painting.
Nope.
No, that's Chinese for.
Nope.
That's
It's a Samurai Jack.
That's
That's
closer.
what I was wondering if it was Samurai Jack, but it's not. You can't see it.
Too small.
I don't have a good enough photo quality.
Avatar.
It's Avatar.
It is Avatar. Okay.
Ah,
Yeah.
cool.
I've got 3 of these in the house, but Each one is by the artist does it. It's the entire storyline of the show.
Oh.
So from
I love how your camera is always perfect, but the
Except
one
now.
Except for
time
right
that you
now.
want to show us
Yeah.
something cool,
Yeah.
so
it
like
censors it.
down here is they're finding Aang right at the beginning,
There we go.
episode
There we
1.
go.
And then it goes through the entire storyline to becoming the Avatar and defeating the Fire Lord.
Spoiler.
I know, right?
I'm kidding.
Fire.
I like it.
Good job, everybody.
Fire.
I read it. We did.
Once the fire were in harmony into the fire.
I still need to watch that. I feel like everyone in the world has seen Avatar.
It's
by
on
now.
Netflix
on
now. You
Netflix
have
now.
to watch it.
Yeah, it's on
No-
Netflix.
no excuse
I've
not
never
to
watched
now.
it. either.
It is truly a masterpiece of a cartoon storytelling.
Mhm.
How many episodes?
I would agree with that.
Like 10 to 12 a season, 4 seasons, so 40 to 50.
Okay.
Season.
Only
That's not actually
Potentially
that much.
doable. And they're 30 minutes, right?
3 seasons.
Oh, is it
Yeah,
three
only
seasons?
3 seasons are on. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forget
Never
they
an
don't actually
air-
do an
never-
air season, right? There's no book air.
I'll put her on the list. Wait, it's safe for kids, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kids show.
All right, I'm gonna wait until my daughter's like 6 or 7 or
I
something.
would
We're gonna watch it
like
together.
But
or an
don't-
8-year-old.
Wait,
Don't wait.
you're gonna wait.
Don't wait
to
7
watch it.
years, you motherfucker. Watch it again
Yeah.
in 7 years.
No.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
If it's safe for kids, I'm never watching it alone now.
You're the
'Cause-
worst.
Because now it'll be a bonding
Oh.
thing.
You're
My
the worst.
God. And you're never. If you
By
watch
the-
it with your kid, you know you won't be able to pay attention to it the entire time. Something's gonna be going on in your life. You're gonna be like totally just in and out of it. It's not gonna be the same.
And
I don't
7
know.
years
You're
from
watching
now,
it
you'll
with a
forget.
kid, they're gonna have a billion questions.
That's
The
right.
big catch is that I don't watch TV or movies alone.
Hmm.
It's just been a very
Wow.
long time since that happened.
Look, if you want me to, I will sit
I was
and
gonna say,
we can do a
I will absolutely
I-
simulcast this with you.
There you go.
Same.
Like
So it's one of those things where it's just like I tremendously struggle to spend time not enriching relationships in my life
right?
in some way. So when I do choose to do that, I feel a certain measure of guilt, and I almost always dedicate it to a video game of some kind, and on an extremely rare occasion, a book.
Yeah.
That is so interesting.
You would get a lot out of Uncle Hero. Trust me
Yeah,
on that.
everyone should get everything out of Uncle Iroh. He is the most important character of the entire series.
Ooh,
Yeah, he's literally the whole reason for a lot of character development.
see, I think I could get some good role models on the show. You're saying
Oh yes.
I would achieve significant levels of personal development.
You would improve your own outlook on life, as well as enjoying several excellent storytelling character growth arcs.
Well, you posited earlier that I may in fact be implanted into hell and unable to change anything as all my friends and family die and suffer over
see?
the course of
See?
hundreds of years.
True.
And I still said, okay, well, there's nothing I can do about it anyway.
There you go.
He finally made it.
Yay! Escape.
Yogi escaped.
Escape. Wait, I can read?
I read. All right, so I failed to gore Ugla. Lycus, you were doing a thing.
Yes, he tapped his own shoulder to make a force ballista,
Yes.
and then targeted me as an action, and then used his bonus to try to
Blast.
shoot the elk
Okay.
that was right next to the rest.
Okay.
12 versus AC.
What was it?
12.
12. Yes, that does hit.
All right, so that's 9 force damage,
All right.
and he pushes it back 5 feet.
He gets blasted 5 feet points. The doorbell, by the way, was was DoorDash delivering Chinese food, which was not mine.
Aw.
Somebody named Chelsea is currently hungry, but they didn't put a unit number. They didn't put a letter on their address, so it's just our building, which has 6 apartments in it.
He left it. Wait, only 6 apartments, and you don't know which one's Chelsea?
I don't know any of my neighbors, so yes.
Wow.
Nice. I also don't know
I guess
any
you
of my
haven't been there
neighbors.
that long, though, right?
That wouldn't matter. I could have
Yeah.
been here for 4 years and I wouldn't know any of their names.
Out walking the dog, and one of them is checking their mail.
Still would have.
We lived
I
in
might
our
wave
last
and say
place.
hi, but I will never learn their name.
We
Yeah,
lived in our
yeah.
last place for like 3
You wait,
years.
say hi,
And I
enough
could
times,
not tell you
and
what they look
eventually
like.
you will have a conversation.
Nope. Even the people in my neighborhood that I've had conversations with, we still didn't introduce ourselves.
Wow.
Like
Yep.
it's almost always about the dog or their dog or our dogs.
Yes.
And walking by and their dog is friendly and she's terrified of other dogs. And she's like, it's okay, he's friendly. And I'm like, she's terrified and aggressive if she gets too scared.
Mhm.
And they're like, oh, okay, thanks for letting me know. And then they walk on.
Next time, oh, by the way, I'm Randy. Live over in blah blah blah.
Nope.
So nice
And
to
he's
meet
like,
you.
Never gonna
"No,
happen.
okay."
Don't want
Come
don't
on.
want people to know
Don't
where I
want-
live and who I am.
Yeah,
Come
I don't want
on.
either of those facts to be known. Fucking.
What if one of you needs the other one?
I hope not.
You hope not, but that time may come.
Let me
Well,
rephrase. If I
mean-
need them, then I've made a mistake, and if they need me, they're out of
Yep.
luck.
Yep.
Oh,
See now, I don't need to know my neighbor's name to know that like if they're fucking if there's somebody weird snooping around their house, I'll hey, what are you doing? Because they're in my neighborhood.
yeah. Oh, absolutely. That's fair.
I was saying,
Yeah.
like,
Does
there
weird
was.
people
But I
snoop
don't need to know
around?
who my
Those are
neighbors are to
neighbors.
do that.
Right, yeah, I didn't. I
Yep.
needed to know no one's name to go help an injured dog at one night. That caught like I heard a dog yowl. I ran outside. I didn't give a fuck who all these people were. I
Mm.
didn't learn it. Didn't matter to me.
So if you hear one of your neighbors just screaming,
I've called the
You
cops
run
on
out.
neighbors before.
I don't know.
I'll go investigate.
If they're like nearby, like I can see them from my door, I'll totally call the cops. But like, do I just like run down the street following screams? Nah,
no ugly.
nah, not a chance.
Relatable.
Ugla, you
And
were
it turns out to be a trap.
you were
Randy
recently
has been
missed.
robbed of 5 gold.
Exactly.
Oh, before I end my turn,
Oh, yes?
Lycus is gonna walk around to the side
Ah, okay.
Got it.
Ugla.
because he sees the other elf.
Mm-hmm. Currently, head down, pawing the earth, waiting for its turn.
Crouched at the starting line.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Engines bumping in time.
I wish I. Is there any way for me to switch spots with Rezik?
No.
Green light flashes, the flags go up.
All right, we're not doing this.
Damn it!
You don't
Look,
have
in
any
real life, I'm a bard. I must have all.
I can tell.
Go to your setting.
I suppose I'll just take a little diagonal move up closer to him then.
Move yourself.
A little bit of that.
All right.
Blowing your
So it's like
clothes.
yes, you can swap places with Ugla, but it's more or with Rezik, but it's a concerted movement. You'd have to be like Rezik, swap places with me, and then hold your action and waste your turn to do so. Like
No.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's a huge
I need
waste.
to hit something of the sword.
Right. All right.
It's like if I could sit in that position, then although I guess the other one could still just like walk around me.
Okay.
So I still have to pick one because they're double wides.
Right.
Okay, so I'm just gonna move there and attempt to bash off its right. No, never mind. I'm not even gonna fuck around. This. I'm just gonna wildly swing my sword directly
Okay.
at the center of its mass. and
All
hope
right.
that it hits. In
You s-
true D&D fashion.
You swing a sword near a skeleton. No, a 9 is
Swing
not going to
very
cut it.
poorly.
Yes, it's dark. You're not really sure where you're supposed to stab, but it's got all those holes in it. It just kind of goes skittering around the bones.
Clunk, 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 clunk.
Yeah.
Oh, it is solid.
Yep, not illusory. Okay, Rezik, you still can't see anything and have no idea what's going on aside from that you're probably in combat.
I want to move back
Okay.
and then
He just waves. Watch out.
I'm going to actually move to there.
Okay.
Uh, And seeing as I don't know what is there, nor do I know where anybody else is at.
Right.
Um, I'm not going to attack because I don't want to hurt Ugla. I know he's kind of in that general direction.
He's roughly over there.
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. So I'm not gonna do that.
Do you have a torch?
I'm gonna look for a torch in my pack and see if I have one.
Okay. Rezek begins to fumble around in the dark, not necessarily sure where he put his torch or if it's even in his bag. Not being able to see sucks. Elk 2. Moo!
Moo?
Moo!
Moo.
Wow, I'm totally fucked, you guys. I might as well just fly up on top of one of these motherfuckers.
Look, bitch, I'm a cow, alright?
Bitch, I'm a cow. Bitch, I'm a cow.
Alright, he rushes forward. He's got 3 options, and he doesn't care which one it is. 1 is Ugla, 2 is Genra, 3 is Rezek. Bam! Rezek's gonna get gored. Hell yeah, Rezek's gonna get gored.
Oof.
By how much?
By plenty. Where are my stats at? There they are.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus. Quite a bit.
Hmm.
Because he charged, he does extra.
Oh no.
21 points.
Holy shit.
Wow.
How much health do you even have right now, Rezek?
A little more than that.
Please say yes.
Yeah. 18 HP. So I'm
Rezek,
Oh.
and because it was a charge, and because he succeeded, you guys, 2 of you see and 1 of you hears Rezek get thrown
Oh my god.
by the huge antler.
And okay, I have to know. I'm gonna kick myself for asking this because it's one of those things where if I keep my mouth shut, maybe it'd be better. But we didn't sleep, right?
Correct.
So are we getting exhaustion now?
Not yet.
Or where are
You
we
get
at?
exhaustion the
Okay.
next day. So come
Yeah,
come
we gotta hit, like,
sunrise,
7
you will have
a.m. or whatever,
exhaustion.
Okay. So he's knocked unconscious,
Yeah.
but he's not dead.
Well, so realistically, as far as what people have seen or know, Genra, you have no idea.
Right.
Ugla and Lycus, you saw him get gored, and his whole body was thrown behind a tree into some nearby brush. So he might be unconscious over there, or he might just be in the bushes.
Jesus.
Genra.
I'm gonna use my gust of wind.
Mhm.
Probably to the closest one that's directly in front of me, who I should be able to tell theoretically that it's in front of me.
You definitely heard some loud crashing, and there is a
Yeah.
shadowy figure that's way big.
Yeah. You have to do a strength save.
I think that's their stat. It's pretty big.
It probably is. It's at the start of their turn. So you blast up this gust of wind.
Mhm.
It's a 60-foot line. Where do you put it?
Right. I guess move. I guess like what? These are each 5, right?
It's 10 feet wide, 60 long. So here.
Wait, do that again. Sorry.
I just drew a big
I
box.
See it. I see it. Yeah, that's where I was kind of thinking.
Oh, that's 60 feet. It would go all the way that far.
Oh, I didn't measure. It's just long. 2, 3,
Oh.
4, 5,
Yeah,
6,
like
7,
in that
8,
direction though. Yeah.
10, 11, 12. This long.
Out of charge range. I like that.
But it won't blast him that far. If he start every time he starts his turn in that zone, he will save.
Yeah.
But the actual push is 15
15
feet.
feet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would that just be setting him up to charge us again?
Yes, it would.
Yep.
It's you're granting him free charge distance. It's excellent.
I mean, if you just keep them by me, then it's an AoE when they try to move away.
Not if she pushes them though.
Right.
All right. You cast Gust of Wind. Now what?
I guess I will. I'm gonna try to get off to the side. So I'm gonna move kind of in that direction.
Okay. Towards where you heard Rezek crash into some
Yeah.
bushes, but you still you don't see him. You just know he's roughly in this direction.
Okay, cool. And so she wouldn't have moved out of its range, so there would
Correct.
be no AoE. Right.
Right.
Okay.
Anything else, Genera?
I'm going to also inspire Ugla.
Yeah.
Oh.
So bardic inspiration.
Ugly, you have a plus 1d6 to some roll in the future in the next 1 minute or 10 minutes, I think. Elk 1. Well, my nearest foe is the stalwart Ugla.
Plus, we're bouncing things off each other. We got some good camaraderie going here.
Right, obviously.
I feel like if we take, oh no,
18?
So
No?
no.
Damn.
So if we clang each other enough, will he eventually tame himself and be my friend?
Or will he tame you?
Oh, maybe.
Okay. He's done. He will move forward towards Lycus. And Lycus, your turn.
All right. Lycus goes, "Oh shit!
It's fine. Probably.
Why am I here?" And then he uses bonus action to try to shoot the hit the elk and knock it away.
Okay. Nice.
So 13 force
And it blasts
and
it.
5 feet push.
Okay.
And then he draws his firearm and tries to shoot the elk with a let's go with the firebolt.
Okay. No such luck.
And
Wasted all your accuracy on the force bolt.
that's fine.
So is there a chance that it misses, hits that tree, and lights it on fire?
No.
Wasn't a critical home.
Enabling people to see.
No. Even if it
It
did hit
lands
the
in dry
tree,
grass.
even if it did hit the tree, it still wouldn't light it on fire. Firebolt, and most fire spells say they do not light mundane objects on fire.
Oh, okay.
Unless it like specifically states, lights or burns things.
What wall of fire? Although wall of fire is a bunch of light on its own.
Right.
Would wall of fire
It
light
does.
things in here on fire?
It does, yes.
And then he's going to try to navigate his way around the elk who's
Okay.
or
Where are you
problem
going?
is he's nowhere good to go. Actually,
Yeah.
he's gonna stay right there.
There are no good answers at the moment. You're in the only safe square. Ugla.
Can you attack diagonally?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna scoot down a little to try and shield Lycus. At least from the one on my left, who I have a passionate friendship with developing.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to try and return his favor of clanging me by trying to clang him back. It's become a game.
Mm-hmm. Hey, 9 clanging damage.
Oh. What kind of impact does that have?
Well, it's a bladed weapon against bone, so it's kind of hard.
When I hit it, what am I seeing happen?
Your sword is chopping into thick bones.
Hmm.
I imagine it's like a tree.
A little bit or a lot?
Oh, you're trying to figure out if he's resistant. It looks. Well, I don't know. Has Ugla spent much time fighting skeletons?
Not
Then
really.
he doesn't know.
So he sees it hit it.
All right, because you have
what's
you
the
have no.
difference in it hitting the bone and not doing any damage, and hitting the bone and doing 9 damage?
You crack a couple of bones and some chips fall off.
Ah, thank you. Okay. So Ugly can confirm that this is in fact dealing damage.
Yes, you definitely did damage. You're just not sure if it was full damage or not.
Right.
Anything else? Would you like to smite, for example? Or
Was all of that with my inspiration too?
he did not use your inspiration, no.
Okay.
He can still
Ugly
use
would
it later
love to
though.
smite, but he's just like really nervous that, these are being sent on behalf of somebody who's going to step out right afterwards.
And you're gonna wish you had that smite still?
Yeah, I mean, I only have 2 spell slots.
Right. Okay. Rezik. You are in some bushes. I guess you can roll a death save if you like.
Oh. Oh.
Okay. Looking bad.
Really bad.
All right, so I mean, first I know you're early on in your D&D career, but a 20 and you get up automatically, and a 1 and you die automatically.
No, one
Right.
is 2 failed saves automatically, which is pretty much instant death. But
Well, it is
technically,
now.
technically,
That's the
if he does it next turn, then yeah. But this turn, he would have just had one more try.
And then below 0 is +1 death, and above 10 is +1 to getting up. And whichever one hits 3 first is the action.
Right. Ah, the children have returned. I hear you screaming, children. Good luck. As Dungeon recently asked, if you were actively being murdered, I'd probably watch.
Ooh. Remember the bow and arrow you could hit them with?
I do not own a
That
bow and
is
arrow. I have a
my
gun,
level.
but not a bow
You
and
have a
arrow.
gun. Although your odds of hitting the kid are pretty similar to the odds of hitting his attacker.
I mean, if he was being murdered, like it was either death or maybe death, I'd go with maybe death.
Yeah.
I'm still just thinking about that world where you shoot to kill his attacker, and you hit the kid, and the guy hears the gun and runs off. You just
But
kill
you
the
killed
child.
And then I'm just the child killer. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I meant to save him. Nope.
I wonder how that would work out in
hit him in.
court.
I just blame it on the murderer.
But then there's like no proof that there was ever another person there.
Yeah, but like, are we
Or-
assuming that I was seen or something? Like, how do I get caught?
Because you have a bullet hole in your window.
No, I step out on my balcony.
Oh, that's true. Maybe maybe they can see the angle of entry.
Oh, true.
Forensics.
Well, we're gonna think about other things.
Will Randy kill a child? Who knows? You know?
And will that child be in D&D or in real life?
Right.
Who knows?
I mean, Rezik is a very young man. He may have already killed a child tonight.
Aw.
Alrighty. Elk 2, having a new squishy looking target, is like, oh wait, but first he has to save. Okay. A strength save, and what's your DC, Kenra? It should be on your spells page.
Oh, my DC?
Yes, top right section, spell save DC,
Why am I missing this?
spells page.
It's up at yeah, you go to the spells and
Oh,
it's
it's
at the
spells.
very top
Okay,
by your
yes.
name.
Spell attack bonus, spell save. Okay, 14.
14 strength save. Okay. Hmm. Okay, okay. $17. Unfortunately, he is not pushed. Which is actually fortunate for you, because he would have just charged you for extra damage.
Yeah.
It doesn't. It would not have prevented his attack in any way. Does a 12 hit you?
My AC is 12.
So yes.
No.
God damn it.
Once again, good thing I'm not charging. Oh,
Yeah,
but still 17 points.
Still 17. Oh my god.
But it could have been 25. So.
Well. mm,
Genra. Let's see.
What? I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
So, did we actually have any medical attention?
Yeah,
Like,
you were
that's-
healed to full, and the strength damage and all that stuff was gone.
I was like, oh god.
The only thing
please
missing
let
for
me.
us were the spell slots we used.
Right. All right. So he didn't charge, so he doesn't get to throw you, but he does, bash you with heavy horns, heavy bruising, some pretty deep gouges, maybe a fractured, arm bone or something. You also you spot a light coming from behind you, in the bush where you suspect Rezik was thrown.
Yeah.
Macadamia.
I made
Ooh.
white chocolate macadamia cookies.
Ah.
There we go.
Genra, it is your turn. You are still actually is Gust a concentration? I bet it is. It definitely is. So I need you to concentrate for me. Make a Constitution save. Success. All right, so it's your turn. The gust of wind is still up. There's a light coming from behind you, which means you can kind of see. It's inside of a set of bushes, so
Okay.
it's like so there are like shafts of candle or torch light illuminating the side of this huge elk beast.
So I can't see anything in front of me, but behind me, if I look back, I can see a little bit.
I'd say that the light is basically blocked enough that it's not doing its full radius. You can see. Let me draw a circle. You can probably see about this much, and so you see just the bare side of this thing attacking you.
Okay. Okay, let me read this really fast.
Of the game.
Oh,
Oh wow.
Okay. Honestly, that doesn't really help. I guess. Sorry, I'm reading this. Dang. Honestly, I'm not feeling like there's anything else spell-wise that I want to do. And I can't really heal Rezik. So I think what I'm going to do is use my feeding dagger.
Okay. The 12 does hit. Not really a good way to notice. The 12 hits. You stab it. Some like minor cuts and fractures along a bone. And go ahead and track this damage more easily for me.
Does something else actually happen with my dagger?
No, it's your dagger is more powerful versus living foes. They're not alive.
Okay, right. That makes sense. That's kind of what I was thinking. I was like, it's a shot in the dark. But I only have a crossbow.
Right.
And then that's basically all I have, so. Is that the end of my turn, or can I move?
You can move.
Okay, I'm gonna move behind the bush, basically right where Rezik is. So I'm not gonna be on top of him. But,
Your
you know.
your adventurer senses are tingling. I'm not going to tell you what that means, but so this choice you're making causes your adventurer senses to tingle.
Uh-oh.
When you move away,
Hey,
when you move out,
hey.
I. Oh, okay. Well, maybe I won't move.
Why?
I don't know.
Why won't you move?
I'm not gonna move because I'm too close to the edge.
No, there are open squares you could move to.
I don't know.
If you don't know and you think you would move, then you should move.
I mean, Genra hasn't been feeling like she could really trust Rezik, but she knows something might have happened to him, so she's worried about him.
Okay.
So naturally, she's like, if he's over there, she wants to be able to, like, at least take the next blow,
Right.
But yeah, she's gonna move.
Okay.
I know it's.
Then move.
I know what it means.
All right. So moving out of the threatened space of an enemy causes an attack of opportunity.
Oh damn it! But we're behind a bush. He's just
You
gonna
weren't when
trample
you were
through it.
moving.
right as soon as you move away.
Yep.
Is this two of us down?
26 definitely hits you.
Yep.
1. He fumbles his antlers.
Maybe he does. He
Fumbles
didn't.
them.
15 damage.
Wow.
He's
so
still
I
up?
am knocked unconscious.
Unconscious. All right.
Yep.
All right. In the process of relocating, you fall on the other side into this series of bushes that Rezik also seems to have fallen into. Let me draw some rough bushes that you guys are in. Yes? You what?
You are allowed to.
I have
Well,
2
so-
spells left.
So let's recap here. I'll give both Lycus and Ugla a freebie perception check to know what the hell's going on over there. You are both engaged in combat with a foe facing the opposite direction in low light circumstances through bushes.
All right, I got a 3.
A 3.
I mean,
Good.
After heard these, like,
He doesn't even know he's in
gurgling,
combat.
smashing
Oh yeah,
noises,
you
right?
definitely hear a fucking. Well, I mean, they don't make sounds, right? Because they're skeletons. You just hear like whooshing of air. You turn around like, what the hell? And then you hear a fucking crunch as it crashes into a body. But if you turn around now, I'm giving you a relatively easy check to see that, to know, oh, they're gone. Yeah, all right. Ugla, you turned around at a good moment. Rezik is missing, but you see some light. And Genra, it was flying through the air at that time and has fallen into some bushes. Things look bad over there.
Yeah.
That was Genra. Elk 1. All right, I'm gonna attack Ugla again. Someday I will hit this tanky bastard.
No,
Ah!
fuck.
Take this, you bastard. Of course, I rolled low as hell on him.
Yeah. Ugla looks slightly bothered.
As Lycus is over here, like,
Moderately annoyed at best. All right, Lycus.
all right, we're gonna keep pelting the same.
Like so the one that you guys have been attacking is looking pretty hurt. Like he's got some major bone structure missing or falling apart. But not. I wouldn't call him anywhere near falling down.
So that looks like. That's 8, and Lycus is not gonna push him away. The wind spell goes away now.
Oh yeah, she's down. The wind dies.
He's not going to push him, but that looks like 8 and 8 damage.
Oh yeah, I didn't even pay attention. Yes, that is 8 and 8 damage. A small burst of fire and force blasting out for 16 points.
And you're not going to push him back?
No, because that would grant him charge. Remember, pushing them basically does nothing. It helps them. Anything else?
That's bonus in action.
Right, but you might choose to move and make a weird choice.
That's fair. I am not going to choose to make a weird
All right,
choice because
okay. Because that would be silly.
That would be quite silly.
Ugla.
So this guy looks pretty fucked up.
He is. He's definitely well below half, not quite like on death's door.
Do I have to declare that I'm using my inspiration here?
You can use it
you
after
can use
the fact.
Okay, so I roll my attack and then decide if I want to add that.
Yes.
Okay, cool. So I'm going to attack.
Smite!
And not use it. Sensing the urgency of the situation, even though he really wants to save this to heal his friends, he knows he has to take care of this shit quickly, and elects to let the forces of Altus flow through him out the tip of his sword into this embedded bone.
All right. You stab deep.
Or smite.
You smite with radiant energy. Or
2d8.
Which one is he attacking?
the far one, the left one.
My
Okay.
buddy.
Another 13. Yes, the radiant energy blasts forth through the body, crumbling it as it falls to pieces.
Okay, and then I'm
Yeah.
going to I'm going to just yell, Lycus, they're fucked, and run to there.
Okay. Rezik, go ahead and make your second death save. Nice, nice.
Thank you, God. Whoo, lordy.
That's a 4, buddy.
Hot chicken and biscuits. Yeah, he's not dead though.
Oh yeah, it's not a 1.
It's not.
I was like, but it could have been an 11 or higher. Why is this happiness?
It's happiness because Ugla's gonna have the opportunity to save his buddy.
Okay.
So to answer the elk crumble.
Yes? Question mark?
Okay.
The elk's bones, they cartoon clattered into a pile of bones.
Yeah, it made
Okay.
the xylophone noise.
The xylophone noise and everything, yeah. Okay. Do that. There's a...
I'm not dead yet.
All right. 3 fiery rays, 2 fiery rays, come blasting out of the bushes where the light is illuminating, and scorch the side of this large skeleton. Elk 2, with a fresh new shiny target, will successfully attack Ugla, get shit on, for 15 points.
Wow, fuck. Ugla looks fucked up.
Okay. Alrighty. Ganra, death save. 1 away. Elk 1 is dead. Lycus.
He's gonna continue his onslaught.
Get him.
This corner sucks.
Three points and 9 points. Another onslaught of blasts for 12.
He's trying.
I mean, you're doing good. You're chipping away at it. Ugla. The light source has gotten slightly further away within the pile of bushes.
It's not right beside me.
It's not right beside you anymore.
I can't heal anyone. And
I
anybody's gonna
know.
kill me.
You can heal yourself. You don't like in character. You don't know that they're on death saves or how far down they are. If you and now if you're like that's an assumption you could make. You could risk an AFO, dive into the bushes, thinking you're gonna save a friend.
I mean, Ugla knows that Rezik is very frail,
Right.
and he just got smashed and hasn't been seen since.
Right.
And
And Genra is also like, even though she's a hardier creature, she also wears no armor, therefore quite frail as well, and is also missing in the bushes.
there's no win here.
It's not looking good.
Like,
Your
can't-
best. Would
I
he
can't
know from
save
his
them both. I can't save them both and kill this.
Right, and you don't have enough information about what's going on in that bush to make a real, an informed decision. So go with your gut. What do your adventurer's experience gut tell you? Do you try and kill it and save them later, or do you dive in, risking your own life?
He saw the light in the bush.
Right, so something's in there.
And thought that was about where Rezik landed.
Right.
But now it's moved.
Yep.
Is it just one square up from that?
It's one square further away, yes.
So I guess I could move up there and still touch him if he's in there.
Yes, but you would take an attack of opportunity to do so.
Really?
He's in this square.
Oh,
You have-
in the square.
he's sharing a square with Genra at the moment.
Okay, so it's impossible. Okay.
Without getting hit, or potentially getting hit, yes.
I mean, I don't think he lives through another hit, so fuck.
Here, I'll make
This is the worst. Fuck you, D&D.
Sometimes you gotta make the hard choices.
Save Rezik.
I can't. Like, if I move, there's a good chance I just die, and then
Fight the
like this guy.
creature.
Ugla, infinitely pissed and fearing for his own life and the life of his friends, puts absolutely everything he has into this attack.
All right, I believe
And
in you,
hope-
Ugla.
And hopes that the full might of Altus just fills his body and his sword.
Here
and
comes
just destroys this
the
creature.
fumble. In his rage, he just throws the sword across the
I
building.
mean, it's a thing. Could also be a 20.
It could be though.
Wow.
Called it.
Is there any use in using my bardic inspiration to avoid a 1?
No.
Or is it just super fucked?
Nah, you're super fucked.
Wow.
Now roll I don't know, strength save. You have to hold on to your blade. Yeah, it's just scatters ineffectively. You're so concerned, you're torn between them and the fight. You just really ineffectively swing the sword and it just kind of scrapes along the large rib bones. Sometimes you get robbed. Rezik, what are you doing? Are you doing that thing you said you're doing? Or are you changing your mind?
No, I'm not changing my mind. I was actually just gonna see something.
Okay. You know about where he is, but you can't see him well. You're in a heavy bush.
Okay. I, I'm gonna. I'm gonna do what I said I was gonna do,
All right.
and then afterwards I was gonna say something.
Okay. Do that. I think I
Yeah.
make a save, right?
Yep.
What is it?
It's a wisdom.
Okay. -1. I don't think I make it.
Yep. And since it's taking damage,
All right. 2 damage. A bell tolls from within the bush, and a small, like half of one piece of rib bone splinters. Go ahead, Rezik, if you'd like to say something.
I'm gonna yell out, "Ugla, I'm fine. If you're gonna try and save somebody, save Genra."
Ugla's relieved, but still very fucked.
Okay.
Ugla, mildly relieved, but still very fucked.
Ugla's still in a state of almost dying himself. Is relieved that Rezik is not dying yet.
I'm gonna roll perception.
Okay. What are you trying to see?
You would have heard.
Hear Resic.
Sorry, what?
To hear Resic.
Oh no, you definitely heard it. He yelled. Elk 2 attempts to finish his murdering. The 19 hit.
Oh, thank God.
Damn it.
Whew, dude, by a tower shield.
Yep, by a singular tower
Dude,
shield.
Literally saved by the wheeled flaming tower shield.
Yep.
Hell yeah. Great purchase.
Oh my God.
Okay. Having felt the blasts enough, he's gonna scoot over. Genra, go ahead and make your second death save, please. Hey, on a turn.
Thank God.
I'm
Like
back
us.
in the game.
So how do death saves work? Because I don't actually know.
You
I
click
understand
death
that you-
save. It rolls for you. It's always a flat d20 unless you have a class feature or some sort of bonus that are not applied by any stats. If you roll a 10 or higher, if you roll 10 to 19, you have one towards living. If you roll 1 to 9, 1 toward, or 2 to 9, 1 towards death. So you're slightly more likely to live. If you roll a 1, you get an automatic 2 failures. If you roll a 20, you stabilize at 0.
Okay.
Stabilize at 1 hit point.
Oh, you actually
You
get
get back
1,
up.
you get to stand up? Okay, yeah, there you go. You roll a 20, you get up. Lycus.
He does not like this position. He's gonna walk around to Ugla.
Okay. Hey, buddy.
Hey, buddy, I'm gonna push this back. I'm gonna try to.
Good.
Nope.
Nope.
Can you roll me a d20 to not blast Ugla? You're fine.
Did you roll a 2 or a 1? No. It's a 4 or 5.
So we got 4 more fire damage. It's starting to look kind of hurt. You know, not quite half hurt, but hurt. Ugla, you've got a large antlered friend and a soft foxy friend.
Ugla calms down a little bit. You know, he saw what happened when he got way too into it and was overcome by his emotions. He remembers his training.
Yes.
And he lines up to hit it.
Okay.
Like, okay, I do need to kill this quickly, but it's useless if I just let my emotions overtake me.
Apparently he does. Okay.
Yeah.
Would you like to smite?
And he also smites.
All
yes.
right. -26. Okay. It went from not quite half hurt to very injured very quickly. Looks like it's in a bad way, but still standing.
He doubles his smite dice too.
What?
Yep.
What?
Yep.
This is some bullshit.
Really? That's a miracle crit. That's a gift from Altus for chilling the fuck out then.
Yep. You double all dice you roll as a part of the damage.
That's nuts. So you need to roll 2 more d8.
So 2 more d8?
Yes, 2 more d8.
13's a consistent number.
Oh, alright. He stands on extremely brittle bones.
Oh my god.
But is not quite dead.
What the?
That's
He's-
39 damage.
Yep.
That's 3 13s.
Yeah, and he
Yeah.
had like 50 something hit points left.
Oh yeah, but it just clicked in my head that first 7 plus 6 that was also
yeah,
13.
yep. Trip
Lucky number.
13s. He's standing on a whopping 2 hit points. Rezik, you're in a bush. What are you up to?
Cast Scorching Ray.
You don't have any more spell slots for that spell.
Oh, okay. So sorry, my bad. Magic Missile.
There you go. You can't not kill him with minimum magic missile damage. So
Yes.
2 tiny little force bullets come whizzing out and just kind of plink him in the forehead, and he crumbles.
Ugla, like split second reaction as this happens, dives into the bush.
Okay.
And-
Rezik's in there, looking more or less okay. He's got some heavy wounding, but he's not anywhere near death. And Genra is actively bleeding out though.
Yep. Dives into the bush, grabs Genra, lay on hands, 5 hit points.
Okay. Genra's alive.
Okay. That does apply though, right? Because like technically I'm in the negative.
No. There are no negatives in 5e.
Okay, all right. So I
You're-
have 5 hit points.
Right. You're always at 0 and bleeding out.
Okay.
Wait, there used to be negative.
Yes. Well, that used to be the way you died. So if you're like in 3.5 and Pathfinder and various other editions, your hit point to death, like you were unconscious at 0, and then at -1 you were actively bleeding out, and every turn you would lose 1 hit point until you died. And your maximum bleed out number was like your negative Constitution score or something like that. So Jane would have like a -15 until she died.
Okay.
And so they simplified it to a save amount. That's true. It might have just been a very magical bush. Lycus, you're not sure what rangers do. You've never really seen a whole lot of ranger magic.
Out of character. What is this? In
Right.
character.
In character. Oh, neat skills. Weird he's never used them before. All right. Combat ends. You pick up Genra. Things calm down. Lycus did have a torch, or Rezik did have a torch. He dropped it in order to cast those spells, but it's still lit. So there's an amount of light emitting from this bush that will, if left long enough, set the bush on fire. But everything in the biome is very wet. It's very moist, so it will take some time.
I'm gonna use this.
Is that that must be a College of the Road feature. I was like, what the fuck? That's
Yes.
a Paladin class feature.
Yep.
Can you do a reaction if you're dead?
I'm not dead.
She's not dead. What?
I have 5 health.
You just healed her.
Yeah.
But wouldn't the reaction be so she's like up as soon as it happens and can react to it happening?
I mean, it's a reaction, right? So you heal her, she wakes up
Yeah.
and reacts.
Yeah.
I
Nice.
guess, you know?
Yeah.
Huh.
I don't see, I mean, like, and we're kind of out of combat too, so I don't see why not.
Yeah.
That's a really neat effect.
I like the idea for having more health.
So you're gonna heal yourself with a bardic inspiration die plus wisdom. Go ahead and roll your 1d6.
Wait, what about this right here?
Plus my wisdom.
Wait,
Oh wow, it actually works just like lay on hands too. She can remove poisons and diseases after level 6.
So is that 7?
you got this.
That'd be if your wisdom's 2, then yes.
Yeah, it is.
You read, Tom?
You or an ally. Huh, that's neat. That's a cool ability. Good job, Humblewood. Neat Bard College.
Yeah.
So, question:
Yes.
how does this work? For
Yes, you did down a critter. Copy next.
Nice.
Oh no, not that one. Your other ability is what is the one that's relevant here.
yeah, this one.
Yeah, click that one.
What?
Yeah, sorry.
Oh,
Be quiet, James. You don't know anything.
I have a very good idea what happened.
Of
but
course
at the
you do
same time,
now.
no.
Equal to twice the spell's level. So it's a first level spell, so you heal for 2.
Okay, all right.
I guess that's what happens when you roll a 20 when you're opening a real creepy book, right?
I guess so. That was that number that I had you guys roll was for initiative, basically, for who the book targeted. But he went first.
Yep.
He got targeted first.
Holy cow.
And got something first.
He got something first. That's right, James.
Mhm.
Okay. So combat wears down. This little bit of you dive in, you heal her. She grabs her own wound and magically heals it herself a little bit, and is feeling pretty okay. Still bleeding, still has wounds, but pretty okay. Don't you be DMing me, James? I know you did. Oh, yeah, of course you did. I'm not answering that question. So, combat ends. You are back into roleplay timelines. What do you do?
Ugly elevator dormitories.
I'm picking up the torch.
Okay, good plan. Good plan.
I mean, if we don't figure out who was here, why did we even bother coming? We knew it was a trap.
Professor Deadseed's dad is the necromancer. He's still alive. He mysteriously disappeared, and he's casting all kinds of bullshit, raising
do
the
you
dead,
have any
manipulating
proof of
Mordain. I
You
put
don't
all
have
the
any
pieces together in the elevator on the way over here. I probably should have realized it when we were talking to Deadseed.
Yeah, I saw him. And he just ran away. He just poofed.
Wait,
I
you
don't
saw?
know what happened.
saw
Yeah, I
him?
saw him, and then he just left.
Henry, you saw him too.
Where?
Remember?
I did?
Yeah. Right before the combat, I said you see a shadowy figure
Figure,
disappearing
yeah.
into the darkness.
But we only saw a shadowy figure. It could
Right,
have
right,
been
right.
like literally anybody.
It could have been a groundskeeper.
Yeah.
Well,
have
anyone
been
who
more
likes it, we are not in any way fit to engage with something capable of summoning those. We need to go to bed.
I mean, I agree with you on that, but it feels like a waste of our time to come here and get nothing out of it except a bunch of wounds.
Well,
Oh.
we also killed some things.
I
See if you-
guess.
Resik, Ugla, see if you can get a boot size.
I was very confused.
He wants you to
Okay.
look around on the ground for a boot.
Look on the ground for a boot print.
Ah, yes.
I guess.
Maybe he's left some tracks.
Roll
And then Lycus
investigation.
is going to go shuffle around in the middle.
Okay.
Take out these yellow.
Resic definitely finds something. Dang, Resic, your investigation's so high.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Resik's int is much higher than I remember.
How strange.
Oh,
Oh,
damn.
shit. Lycus is also finding everything.
Wow.
All right.
What?
You guys, the both of you search around. You do find boot prints, but you find many of them. The forest biome is heavily populated usually. Like their students are in and out of here every day.
But that perfect memory. He has perfect memory of where that guy was standing, right?
Well, Rezik
What?
didn't see it, or Rezik and Lycus didn't see it. Technically, only Genra saw it. But you do find a scroll dropped on the ground.
Ooh.
A scroll of paper, not necessarily like a magical scroll. What do you do?
Careful.
It says, "You were too slow. I tricked you." Ha ha.
Haha.
Lycus is gonna look around at the others and then just go, all right, let's he takes a cloth, throws it over the scroll, and then puts it into his bag of holding.
Oh, relevant detail, especially since you guys rolled so high. One edge of the scroll paper, of the rolled paper, looks as if it were torn from a binding of some kind.
In that
Like we got
case,
a trickster on our hands.
no, it might be a torn page off of a book. He's gonna look along the edge,
It definitely looks like a torn book page.
open up the book, open up the page.
It is a scroll, but it's not a magical like cast from me scroll. It is a scroll that defines a ritual, and you can roll Arcana and spend some time to decipher it if you want to do that here and now.
We'll hold on to it for a moment while we're looking around for.
Okay. Let's see. Other than that, you've got the two major bones. Retrospectively, as a creature of valuing history, it's kind of sad that these specimens were destroyed. These are probably very valuable ancient bones. But what can you do? They're trying to murder you and succeeding at it pretty well.
Yeah, Uggle also values his shadow, but if it tries to kill him,
Right.
all bets are off.
Other than that, you don't find anything out of the ordinary. Things that nothing you wouldn't expect to be in a forest biome study area. If you follow if Genra points out the shadowy figure's spot and you follow its direction, it will lead you to one of the other sides of the biome, to one of the other exits, like up here, let's say. But other than that, no details, nothing useful.
Yeah, Uggle's been waiting on the elevator,
Okay.
making sure we don't miss it.
Well, you're not anywhere near the elevators. You're on the biome, remember? So unless you guys are planning to leave Lycus behind, you have to wait for it to make a connection.
Right, but it happens at every certain time past the hour,
Right. Like once every 40 minutes or something.
Right. So it'll be very clear to anybody in the dome when that's happening.
Oh yeah.
'cause it's-
Yeah,
okay,
I mean,
never
if
mind.
you're out on the platform, or whatever. I'm just saying, the elevator's in the building, and you haven't even gotten off the biome yet.
Right, I get it now.
Lycus is gonna dig around in his satchel to see if he can find something that he can shoot off as a flare, or will leave a trail of smoke or something. What? Let me see what he has on him.
I'm trying to think.
Maybe a firework.
Yeah, basically like a firework.
Yeah, but I
Any
don't know if he
sulfur?
carries them.
Yeah, he doesn't actually have it on him.
I
Never
doubt
mind.
it. Yeah.
Do you have sulfur? Or anything else?
It wouldn't be sulfur. It'd be something like salt. It would be a soda.
Yeah, you need something that burns, not burns bright. Yeah, I mean, you could blast some fire bolts, but they don't stick around. They just be like tiny light sources zooming off and disappearing.
I mean, fair.
It's something.
Yeah, he'll just shoot off a couple of things up into the air.
All right, you head outside the bubble and blast off a couple of fire bolts into the air. Unfortunately, unlike flares, they don't make any noise, so it's just a light. Okay. Maybe 20 minutes from now, the biome will finish its rotation and make a connection to a stair.
there another pathway out of the biome?
There were several pathways out of the biome as they like they also rotate in while in orbit. Um, and I marked one of those. That's up here in the northeast is the likely path that the shadowy figure exited the biome.
Can Lycus figure out which that connects to based off of his other observations?
It probably connects to the same stair, just on different orbital rotations. Like on every other hour, that's the exit or some shit. But as you know, well, actually, as everyone else but Lycus knows, the stairs are largely there for the humble folk. The birds can leave whenever they want. So if your shadowy figure was a bird, it probably left through that way and just glided out.
Even if it was the Gallus.
Gallus still glide.
I guess they can, yeah. I have glide.
In fact, you're the only one who has the wing flap. All the others glide worse than you.
Fading victory, and then
Yep.
purple.
All right. What are you doing?
Getting on that platform and heading back. I need to go rendezvous with
Nightseed.
And the dean.
not the mayor, with
Boy?
The dean.
Yeah.
Dean?
Good dean, Vinning.
get some sleep. Very tired.
The dean's you barge into the dean's office at 3 a.m. Looks like he's in a peanut costume. It's very odd.
Yeah. He does some kind of crazy rap.
Yeah,
and
some
you're
sort of like
"Wow, you got
weirdly some sort of like
skills."
weirdly fire rap. Yeah.
My God, the necromancer's already gotten to him.
Yeah. All right. So you get off the platform. You head back towards the central trunk. You're at the elevator. Where are you going? Are you going to bed? Are you going to the dean's office? What's the plan?
Well,
I think we should rest.
Nightseed said if we weren't back in our dorm within 2 hours, she's going to send the perch guard. So we should go back there, rendezvous with her, and see what her meeting with the dean produced.
I agree.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. You guys head back to the to your dorms, and let's see, my dean. There he goes. Okay,
Like one or two guys that attack.
Definitely one or two guys attacking or something.
You get off the elevator and see an angry crowd of protesters.
That's right. Okay, you head back to your dorms. Nightseed looks like she attempted to stay up and keep vigil, but ended up sitting on the like back against the wall and has fallen asleep. She's head against her chest.
I'm gonna walk over and lightly put my hand on her shoulder and shake her a little.
Oh, I must have dozed off. How did it go? Are you okay? Oh, no, you're not okay. Dear me.
No.
Yeah, they
But, well, we did know it was a trap, I guess.
Yep.
there's two giant moose-looking creatures. Skeletal.
Moose creature. The elk skeletons. Oh no, those were valuable historic specimens.
They were very powerful.
I imagine they would have been in life too.
We were extremely lucky to get out of it alive. We unfortunately weren't able to pursue whoever loosed them on us.
Well, at very least you survived. Is anyone actively dying? I mean, I have cloth. I could bind some wounds.
I think we just need some sleep.
All right, I'll make sure to have the medics come by in the morning just in case.
Thank you.
I did go see the dean. I woke him from his bed, and at first he was upset. There was some sort of weird dream about costumes and a dance, but eventually he came around, and I told him everything that was going on. He said he wished you had come by. He had something to tell you, but you hadn't come back in several days. Apparently there had been other attacks, other accidents in school.
Did he say specifically what they were?
Well, a student has been assaulted. A professor in fact, the divinations professor. I believe you said you were planning to visit him. Well, he just yesterday had a vision, had a prediction of nefarious portent. And I think that was all of my things, right? Oh yeah, because Nightseed's one of the things. If you haven't spoken to her, yeah, okay. Yeah, those two things.
Well, we'll have to investigate further tomorrow and start with the dean. And yes, we have a lot on our hands.
So, Professor Nightseed, were you able to put all the clues together?
Well, I mean, nothing's really changed. I guess the two students were attacked, and we kind of already thought it might be Mordain, right? And I don't, unless your trap turned up anything, you know.
Oh, there's clearly a very powerful necromancer running amok in this school.
There certainly is.
Yeah.
does
She seems to believe that, yes.
Okay.
You felt that your experimenting on the skeletal servants could not have possibly affected Boy in the way that it has, correct?
I don't think so. Yes, but I mean, to be honest, magic every once in a while does do some very miraculous and bizarre things.
So when we mention your name around him, he says, "Mom."
Right. I would have been the one to animate him, or at least give him directions, depending on how old he is in the service of the Avium.
When we say Mortius around him, he says, "Dad."
Yes. My father was the one who created the ritual in the first place. Both of these things do make sense to me.
That's true. Yeah, just that book we found.
The book,
It
yes.
has a very specific quote that mentioned Night Road in it.
Yes, true.
And it was a very powerful necromantic tome.
I don't think the book made a Night Road reference.
I was wondering that too. I was like, maybe I missed it.
Where was Lycus repeating that from then?
The boy. The boy's drawing.
The boy was the only one that mentioned Road to Night.
The boy said that, and then Lycus yelled something out from the other room about it.
Oh yeah, but that was just Lycus being Lycus. Sorry.
Yeah.
That wasn't from the book.
A DM like, oh, here you go. That was actually literally me just making shit up on the fly.
Definitely
Oh,
James
shit.
just being a little
I thought that was
poetic.
perfect memory referencing something we had read in the Raving book.
No.
No.
No. He referenced your fortune though. Your
Oh, I know that one. Yeah, the seed in the middle.
418 and 18.
Yeah.
Well, Ugla realizes that his logic is slightly disconnected, but he still feels strongly about it.
Okay. I mean, yeah, like I don't want to dissuade you against your opinion. Just that one particular dot does not exist.
Yeah. Right. So he's going to delete what he just said. That was a misunderstanding.
Okay.
And instead, he's going to follow it up with, "Yeah, I just mean your father and a necromancer for a long time goes missing. All of a sudden, strange things are afoot."
How long has your father been missing?
Oh,
I don't know if we ever asked that.
I suppose you didn't, but several decades. He went missing when I was a child. A woman doesn't tell her age, but it's been quite some time.
Right.
Normally, it would sound crazy to think that he might be the one behind this, but given that he was a necromancer and their propensity to live a real long time, I think there's some fruit to it, potentially. Was he friends with Mordain by chance?
Not that I can think of, but I mean, like I said, I was a child, and one can't be expected to remember everything from childhood, especially as an older person. And two, I couldn't say I knew of all my father's dealings.
I thought I had a lot more strings to this than I did. I got a real keen suspicion that that's what we're looking at here.
It's a working theory. I'm with you.
Oh, Thank you.
I don't necessarily think that's the case, but it is a possibility, and I'm willing to accept that.
Wouldn't he be the only other necromancer that's been in this school in the past 100 years?
No, no, no. We've taught many students.
Do you think of any students that maybe stand out in particular that could do any of that?
Not really, but I mean, if they were a practiced, accomplished theoretical necromancer 40 years ago when I was starting, by now they could be amazing if they were quite prodigious in skill.
It's a matter of power. I mean, we're talking about a lot of very powerful things that not even you are quite capable of, Professor. So, realistically, I imagine that one must be quite old in order to be able to attain such powers. But you're right, it could be possible that a student could have practiced more
Yes.
and surpassed you. So,
Occasionally, age is not a factor in talent or in growth. Talent, once in a while, definitely shines through.
Do you have any writing samples of your father's by chance?
Oh, certainly, yes.
Maybe we could compare the penmanship at the beginning of the journal to some of that.
Sure.
something in your office, I'm sure.
Yes.
And if it
Perhaps
matters,
we should head there tomorrow after the dean.
oh, just bring something along and we can compare it in the dean's office while we're there together. Maybe over breakfast if you have time.
Absolutely.
Very cool. Well, we definitely need to get some sleep tonight. Whoever or whatever's up to this, it's gonna have to wait till the morning.
Alrighty. So the
Oh,
four of you.
night seat.
Yes.
Given the danger afoot tonight, would you like to sleep in our dorm with us?
Oh. No, I don't think so. There are a variety of servitors who stand outside of my domicile, in hidden places. I'll be fine, I'm sure.
Okay.
All right.
I mean, I'm not. If this is a necromancer causing all kinds of madness, I'm not sure if the servitors are going to be friendly.
A good thought. I will place extra magical precautions.
Okay. Yeah, definitely be safe. It's hard to believe that you wouldn't be a high priority target for a rival necromancer, given you're the only one with the knowledge that might be able to help us defeat him or her.
Right. Aha! I did have another thing. The dean's list included a third item that a very studious student lodged a complaint that the servitors were behaving oddly. It doesn't have an entry in the full sections, but it's in my bullet list here.
So
Just
Nightseed
like
knows
boy.
that.
Nightseed knew that from the dean. Yes.
I mean, yeah, definitely park the servitors as far away from your room as you can.
Yes, certainly.
I mean,
In fact,
now that
I think I
behaving
will.
oddly-
I think I will send mine away and magically reinforce my door.
that should be enough. You're a pretty strong spellcaster, and
The
you've got
the
number of strong
servitors are the real link.
lining
there.
up your hallway, right?
Yes. All right. Well,
You may be safer with them than us.
mayhaps. Good night. I will see you in the morning for breakfast.
See you tomorrow.
All right.
We all circle wave.
This will rapidly
Caught on, finally.
becoming the signal for the party.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. You guys head to bed, drag yourselves in. Most of you heavily wounded.
Is Boy there?
Boy is there.
Yep.
Cool.
And then go over to him. Boy, you wouldn't kill us, would you?
No.
Whoa.
That is weird.
That's
Never
really
said no.
creepy. He's never said no. He's usually like,
And rarely
Boy.
he almost never answers questions at all.
no.
Repeat the word that he's already repeated. Anything strange happened while we were gone?
Boy.
You feel different?
Boy.
Man. I hope you're getting stronger.
Read.
You can read?
Ball?
Yeah, I guess we got time for that.
kick around the ball for a few minutes.
Yeah.
You won't kill us, boy?
Boy.
Boy?
He already said no. He's my
Boy?
buddy.
He
But why
said
wouldn't
no
he
to
say no
you,
again?
Ugla. He didn't say no to us.
Nope, he didn't.
Maybe he just
did
won't kill
not.
Ugla. Yeah.
That little fucking monster.
No.
Genra is
keep the arrows
immediately
away.
suspicious. She's very suspicious of him. Genra is
I'm
now
scared
going to
to
place
ask.
a target on his back. Essentially.
I'm scared to ask because he was scared of me for a while.
That's true. If anyone's dying, it's Rezik first.
Yeah.
Even though I brought him a fucking coloring book.
Yeah, well, you shouldn't have made him all sad
You
first.
cheat.
What?
It was you being particularly cheeky with if anyone died first.
All right. So, you guys head off to bed.
Yes, I had.
All right,
there.
boy, we're going to bed. If anything strange happens, come see whoever's on watch and let them know immediately.
Okay. He says, "Boy."
In fact, keep your eye on us. In case anything crazy happens, I want you to stay safe as well.
I.
Hmm.
That's okay. He's repeated your words before. That one's all right, Pepper. Every once in a while, he learns a new word, but it has to be a word that he repeats from you.
That's so weird, though. It's just weird that's happening after all these crazy things have taken place, in all of our other interactions with them. It's just, I don't know.
He was learning random stuff from Agla over time.
Sure. He's a little vessel, so they can watch us while we're sleeping, and that's how Genra feels about it.
Okay.
End of
Ugla chooses to believe in the goodness of the individual, even as a necrotic abomination. Pats him on the head,
good, guys. It's
and
fine.
goes and climbs into bed. Says, "I'll take second watch," and passes out.
Okay. Who's taking first watch? Boy's taking first watch. All right. Good. Who's taking first watch? Not Genra, apparently. Rezik?
Yeah, I'll take first watch.
Okay. All right. Rezik, make me a Constitution save. All right. Boy walks up on you in the night and stabs you in the heart. You're dead. Just kidding. Okay.
Totally expressionless.
That thing we talked about has in fact begun. You spend your whole watch suffering from that rather than watching. Your watch ends. Nothing happens that you know of. You wake up, Ugla.
Hey, did everything go away? Which is okay and all right at the same time.
Okay.
Mhm.
I didn't say anything.
Ugla, make
Nothing to report.
a perception check. Nope. All right. Yeah. Nothing to report. Nothing's happened. You get up. He goes to lay down. You start your watch. Make a perception check for your watch. You notice a slight draft coming from not the apartment that you're sleeping in, but the other one where all the desks are.
That's strange. I wonder if we just left the window open in there.
You go check it out.
Yep.
Okay. The window is not supposed to open. They're not openable. One of the panes is broken.
Wait, I had opened one to hang Boy out the window.
That's
Oh
what I
yeah,
was thinking. I was
I
like,
forgot.
wait.
Oh well, either way, it's not. It is openable,
This
but it
one was.
no
This
That
one.
one's
one.
fun.
Yeah, that one's locked.
Yeah.
Anyways,
That one's not. I know.
it's
That one's. I know.
it's that style of window that's multiple small panes of glass. The lower left pane is broken.
He's gonna just look around the room and see if anything is out of the ordinary.
There are small pieces of glass on the floor, but nothing else out of the ordinary until you get to the windowsill itself, where you see what looks like maybe two long scratches on the petrified stone, wood stone, as something had like punched through the window, scratched the stone, but maybe didn't come through the window. The size of the scratches though would belie a larger creature. So
Yeah. So Ugla's gonna go into the kitchen, and is Boy just in there dawdling?
yep,
Okay, cool. Is it Boy? Come with me.
boy.
Lead him into that other room. Boy, who did this?
Roll persuasion. Okay. Boy's perform is abysmal, but hey, maybe he'll roll well. He rolled exceptionally well. Good job, Boy. Boy does not have the words for this, but he begins to quake with fear, as well as like an illusory skeleton can. That's what his perform
Starts
kind
to
of
rattle.
Yeah, he rattles.
no.
But like the illusion quakes with fear, you know.
So someone you're afraid of did this. Did your dad do this?
Papa?
Yeah. Did Papa do that?
No.
Did a human do that?
No.
Did a skeleton do that?
Boy.
Did one of your brothers do that?
He quakes with fear and then kind of like dazes out and then doesn't respond.
I'm sorry.
He's malfunctioning.
Be a weird subject.
You're pushing too many complex thoughts onto Boy.
Little guy. That's enough.
Falls on his side.
If he weren't a skeleton, there'd be a little bit of smoke coming out of his ears.
Yeah. I'm gonna go and take his hand and lead him back to the kitchen
Okay.
and put him back on his little perch.
Okay.
Thank you for the help. Let us know if you spot anything out of the ordinary.
Boy.
I'm gonna go back to watch.
Okay. The rest of your watch is uneventful.
Okay, well, I don't know who I'm supposed to wake up because I went to sleep before they told me who it was.
Yep.
But I would think that Genra's going to go last since she usually does. I'll go ahead and wake up Lycus.
Okay.
Huh? What? Huh?
Time for third watch, my friend.
I want to sleep.
Now, you can't ask for this. Guess what? There was an exciting development.
What's that?
Somebody broke a window next door while we were gone.
I'll get it fixed.
I mean, it's like a
Next
small
door?
hole. Yeah. Over in the office dorm where we put all the desks. And I asked, it's like a small hole, and there's two big like scratch marks underneath it, like something rammed through there, and then with talons or something sharp grated up it. I asked Boy about it, and he said something that's not human did it, and something that he was very afraid of. So that's kind of terrifying. Maybe we should stay away from the windows.
So something's trying to break in here.
Yeah, or at least while we were gone, it did. I mean, the note on the floor, the broken window. I'm starting to wonder if this place is safe at all.
It's not right. We were just the thing that kicked over the beehive.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm glad we were here. Give them a fighting chance.
To go ahead and get some rest. I'll keep an eye.
Yeah, definitely keep an ear open for any more broken glass or shenanigans. And Ugla falls back asleep.
Okay. All right. Perception for your watch.
Oh, there's one more thing.
Yes.
I actually have to look in the book for it.
Mm.
I'm looking for the duration on ambush parade.
Mm.
1 hour. Okay. Then he doesn't. He's not going to cast that. Just perception.
Okay. Several times throughout your watch, you spot the curtain parting and boy checking in, but otherwise uneventful.
Okay, I wake up again.
And you were awakened for last watch.
Did anything happen?
No, it was relatively quiet. There's something going on though, so keep an eye.
What do you mean something's going on?
Ugla informed me that there was something he found during his watch, that a window that had been broken
Great.
um, from before we got back. But it seems whatever happened may be gone, but I'm not sure.
All right.
So yeah, I'm gonna go to sleep and have a. I wish he
All right.
goes and flops.
Okay. Perception for your watch. Alrighty. Maybe half an hour into your watch, you hear the shattering of glass coming from the office room.
Do I hear anything aside from the glass, like a thud on the ground, or is it just glass?
Do you wait and listen?
I mean, I'm just gonna sit there and be really still.
Right, that's my question. Like, do you rush in or are you sitting there? Okay.
No, I'm sitting there.
You hear more scraping. Sounds like something hard against stone.
Does boy hear it?
He might. How would you know?
Is there a light switch near me?
There are no light switches. This is Fantasyland.
Right. So I'd have to light a candle or something.
Yep.
Is there anything nearby that I can light?
Sure.
Okay. Jenna quickly shuffles, lights a candle, and then, not really wanting to wake everybody up, she goes, "Who's there?"
From the bedroom.
Yes.
So you softly call out, "Who's there?"
Yeah.
But you're trying not to wake anyone.
So, shattering of glass, somebody moving around, lighting a candle, and saying, "Who's there?" There's a chance somebody hears this, right?
So I'm trying to
mean,
figure
you
out
guys are
how
probably
loud she wants to
tired.
be. You guys are quite tired. It was late into the night, and you just had a harrowing battle.
That's true.
The only person who wasn't gravely injured, Lycus, rolled disadvantaged perception.
Okay. With my -1.
Yeah. Hey, maybe you'll roll 2 20s.
I mean, you called my one earlier. You can call a
That's
double
true.
20,
That's
right?
true. Nope. 4 doesn't wake up, unfortunately. All right, so you call out, "Who's there?" Jessica, you ain't rolling.
My bad. Sorry.
You're a crappy roll.
Ignore that. You didn't see anything.
You see nothing.
You spread it all over
Nothing.
nicely.
You don't see anything.
That's all right. You spot that rainbow bunny lion that you've been chasing in your dreams.
Mm.
All right, you call, who's there? You hear the scrabbling of something hard on stone again.
Is the stone like the building? I
Yeah.
don't understand.
Yeah.
what this-
Remember, the
okay.
entire structure is looks like a petrified log. It's actually just
Yeah.
cleverly crafted stone.
Okay, got it. So that makes sense. Nobody answers. Denra is going to walk over towards that room.
Okay. Peek your head in.
Yeah.
All right. It's dark. You've only got your candle light, so and the candle's only 5 feet of light. So if it's
Right.
beyond that, you're probably not going to see it unless it's in the window and getting moonlight.
Yeah.
Luckily for you, it is. You spot you see like whatever it was on its way out. You see a long skeletal arm, very large, maybe the size of one of your legs or not even, one of Ugla's legs. It's big.
Uh-huh.
And another one much smaller. Both are like grasping your windowsill, the stone sill, and that's what the scraping noise is. But it's on its way out. It's scraping its way off, and you hear the sound of like as something's climbing on the outside. But it fades into the darkness.
It fades into the darkness because I can't see outside right now, right? So
Well,
like, if
even
I
the
ran
sound.
up to the
Yeah,
window-
if you want to run up to the window, you might see something. But it's like
Okay.
it's also fading from sound. Like it is moving away.
Yeah. She's gonna run up to the window.
Okay. Run out to the window and hope to see in the dark. Roll perception. All right, Genra, holding true. It looks like a large. It's definitely a large creature. You're looking at it like in shadowy profile. You lack dark vision, so you're really just looking at different levels of shadows on the outside wall. It's definitely a big creature, 10 to 15 feet in length. Looks like it has many limbs, might be 6, might be 8. And the torso and head are very awkwardly shaped, as if there's too many pieces, or in some places and not enough pieces in others.
Got it. So presumably something that was put together, but wasn't necessarily always meant like that. That's what Genra's gonna do.
A good assumption, yes.
Okay. All right. Genra's going to. Is there anything that she could use to block off that window?
If you were strong,
Like,
you could
just
put a
push it
desk
away?
there.
Yeah, she's just gonna run into the other room. Is this toward the end of my watch?
This
or
is
is
the
it
first half hour of
beginning?
your watch. There's still 2 hours left.
Damn. All right. I guess you know what? I'm gonna just wait it out.
Okay. You spend the rest of your watch on high alert, having seen something spooky, but it passes without issue.
All right.
Morning comes. You guys wake a little late since you went to bed a little late, and finally all of you are up and out of bed. Maybe 9:30, 10 a.m.
Well, I don't know about you, but my night was quite eventful.
What happened?
Well, we had a break-in one of the windows.
Yeah, I saw that. One of them had been broken on my watch. Must have been earlier.
Oh. Was there another window broken?
Just one small lower left, small circle, and then 2 scratches on the wall. I told Lycus about it.
Was it in this room or that room?
The room where we have the desk over there.
There was another break-in.
Yes, there was another one in this room.
Oh, yeah.
She takes him over. I couldn't get a very good look at the creature, but I was able to see something as it was moving away outside. It was very large, very
The
large
broken
and
glass is
strange.
in our room.
What?
What'd you say?
The broken glass. Wait, so the one that Ginner saw was in our room, where we're sleeping.
No, there should be like another bedroom, and then there's like a study, right?
Correct.
Yeah, there's like a kitchen, a study, and then the bedroom, right?
Right.
Yeah.
was
So
it?
his was in the study, was it?
Yeah. Where we
So
have the
mine
bed.
was in the kitchen.
No. Yours was also in the study.
Oh, they
All
were
the broken
at
glass
the
in the
same
study.
window.
Yeah, the same window. Like he broke the first break that he saw was the lower left
Broke another
pane.
pane.
He broke a different pane.
Got it. Okay.
Right.
All right. Yeah. So same window, different pane.
Right. So if you guys were in the apartment, this one on the lower right of the map, right?
Right.
You guys are sleeping in this room, and the window pane was broken here.
Lycus is gonna look. Was it larger than the window?
Did you see what did the second one?
Yes, it was quite large. It would not have made it through the pane for sure, but it was very strange looking, big. Didn't look like anything I'd ever seen before. Many appendages?
Like an octopus?
No,
Big
more
old
like maybe
spider?
a spider or something like it.
Hmm.
Maybe somebody trying to put something together like a spider? I don't know quite. It wasn't anything I'd ever seen. That's all I know.
So either it was happenstance that it broke this window, or it was placing something here. In either case, it was going somewhere, and we're either unfortunate victims of it going somewhere, or there's something here that we need to
Right.
look for. Where's
Where's boy?
Mhm.
In the kitchen.
so he's around.
Yeah.
Okay.
Perhaps they want that book back. Don't we still have that book?
Oh,
Yes,
interesting.
Lycus opens up his bag of holding.
Mm-hmm.
Is the book there?
Yes,
Is the scroll of paper there for the ritual?
it is.
Okay. Then he's gonna look in where close to where the window was broken into to see if he can find something there.
Okay. Searching that room, you find nothing more than what I told the other two: shards of glass on the ground and scrapes on the stone.
Okay.
And there wasn't anything different in any of the rooms from when we left yesterday.
Nope.
It's quite strange, I think, because I mean that creature could not have fit through that window. It wouldn't have been able to fit, if it broken all the panes.
Nah, too big.
Okay. It was
So-
quite too big. I mean, if anything, I think it was just sending a message to us.
I feel like if it was sending a message, it would have done it to our room. I agree with you. I think it was looking for something. Wonder
Or
what
it
it was
was
looking for in that
Does
room.
boy fit through one of those windows?
Oh yeah.
I'm going to assume that
Yeah. You guys could. Any of you could easily climb through the window.
maybe they were trying to grab either one of us or boy.
Yeah.
Yes, but they don't know. Well, I mean, that room is not where we are.
Boy, could you get me a broom?
Boy. He goes off, snags a broom.
Sweep away the glass, and then Lycus is gonna poke his head through the window and look up.
Okay. Looking around, it looks, mostly like you would expect, except you do see a pretty large variety of puncture wounds in the outer shell.
Into the tree trunk.
Yeah, into the tree trunk itself. So some creature was climbing around, punching small holes.
Is there something? Are we close enough to the ground to see similar imprint?
You are not even remotely close to the ground.
Is there any particular direction it seems to be heading?
Hmm. Yeah, I suppose down.
So it was at the top and it was heading down.
Well, it was that you guys, you aren't at the top. You're around halfway up,
Yeah.
and
Right.
it only heads down from your window, like, and you can only see so far. You know,
Sure.
for the next 15 feet, it's headed down and left or right. So somewhere diagonally down.
Okay. Well, I suggest we. Boy, would you finish cleaning up the glass, and then we can head down and.
Boy,
He hands the broom and a cup to the.
he's working on it. Now what?
Are we going to the dean?
Yep.
Let's go
Let's
talk.
Let's go.
All right.
Okay. You head for the dean's office.
The Dean machine.
The dean machine. You arrive 5-10 minutes later. The dean is apparently taking morning tea with Professor Nightseed. They
Good timing.
look up as you come in, and good timing.
All right, it's good to get a good night's sleep. That was a busy day.
Yes, you look much better.
Yeah, I feel a lot better.
I imagine so.
Killing shadows, reanimated elk beasts, finding necromancer tomes. Very strange day.
The loss of those elk is financially problematic, but I realize that's not your fault.
Yeah, I mean, them trying to kill us was also very problematic.
I imagine so.
I wonder if we should hide any other corpses or skeletons around here, or destroy
Hide.
them.
Oh, I mean, we
Find
would,
them,
could-
lock them up.
Oh, I see. Yes, but perhaps.
I mean, if something's capable of raising those, how long until it turns on all the servitors was our thought last night.
True. Perhaps we will have them. And he looks over to Nightseed. Have them sequester themselves for the time being. Yeah, yes, I can take care of that.
Except for ours, I'd request that he be left alone.
Right. This boy of yours, Professor Nightseed has been informing me.
Yes,
An
I'm convinced he's
oddity.
a chief sentience of a kind, and he's capable of learning.
Odd, sure.
So, Dean, I believe you told Professor Nightseed that these other events had occurred. Can you tell us more about that? And was there anything else that you wanted to tell us directly?
Well, I assume she told you of the three issues. Where did my list go? Hello, list. Hello, list. There you are. There is the student who was attacked or spooked or something. And the
Where did that
divinations
take place?
professor. Where? Seems to have been in one of the stairwells.
Oh,
And then there's the divinations professor who gave that the disturbing portent, and the Luma who claims that the servitors are acting oddly.
oddly in what way?
I believe the complaint said that they were going about their business, and then suddenly they just stopped and left the room.
Oh no. I mean, it's one thing to be acting a bit strange, it's another to be taking centralized commands from something, which is exactly what we should be afraid of.
Indeed, I believe that sequestration order will be beneficial.
Any sign of more day?
Mordain? No, I imagine he is in the archives.
Deacon, we have some running theories about what is going on here. Now, we're going to share these amongst everyone. So I please ask that you do not speak of this outside this room. And dare I say, I don't even know if this room is safe. But we'll go ahead and divulge what we know. So
Before we go ahead, are there any servitors in the room?
No.
Okay.
did we close the door behind us?
Sure.
Okay. So, after we spoke to Professor Nightseed yesterday, we felt a little bit strange about Mordain. He was involved in the attack by our shadows and was drugged by presumably his own shadow, but we did not see anything dragging him. We only saw him being drugged.
He was not
And
attacked. He was drugged.
he was only drugged and he was not attacked, not trying to kill him per se. The other thing about it is, Professor Nightseed divulged that she'd had a conversation with him some time ago, and he was asking particular questions which she'd never really spoken with him about before, that kind of made her curious as to why he was asking.
Concerning fire corruption and necromancy specifically.
Precisely.
Oh, yes, that is curious.
Now, given that he is the only one with constant access of the archives, and all of those books which are missing pages are in the archive, it is very strange that, all of these things about him would surface. So he is a suspect, I must say.
Oh, I'm convinced he's either a player or an accessory, willing or not, to whatever's
Correct.
happening.
Now, we did find a secret passage in the archives in which we found a couple of interesting items, none of which that we understand quite yet in terms of their part in all of this, but notably, we found this necromancy book, which at first upon opening, which thankfully we didn't open quite, but upon opening it did give off a green aura and then continued to disperse this strange necromantic aura the entire time. And
Oh.
we showed Professor Nightseed, and she did not really understand quite the level in which this book possesses, but after looking through its scribes, I can't personally say that I know what it means. We found it to be a lot of strange writing. Perhaps someone going insane wrote it. I'm not entirely sure.
Oh, well, yes. Some ways it's we'll do that. They'll go mad in their old age and write things down, or occasionally when one thinks that they're quite clever and write some nonsense down to fool future readers.
There is also a rune involved in this book. We didn't have time to have Professor Nightseed analyze it, as it would take quite some time for her to figure out what it means and what it is. But that is noticeable as well when you read through it after analyzing it for a little bit of time. We also discussed the fact that the servitor in our room, boy, calls Professor Nightseed his mama, and we also noted that he called Professor Nightseed's father, Mortius, Papa, which, in the scheme of things, does make sense if Mortius was the creator of this being, but, that we found very interesting.
I see. Professor Nightseed, we will have to discuss the content of your experiments. Nightseed's like, yes, Dean.
Unfortunately,
only lately do you remember you had promised to keep that particular detail under wraps.
yeah, I was against that, so...
Well, she just said it called her mama and him papa.
Right, which implies that weird stuff's going on.
Yeah, I mean, it could just be. I was going to speak up. Well, it could just be her role in maintaining the ritual that the little guy is attaching onto. I wouldn't say that anything untoward was done.
In
I
fact,
suppose.
I would go as far as to say that I'm not even sure that doing is from Professor Nightseed. I personally wondered if Boy and any other servitors that are going through strange exchanges and experiences with students are part of some larger scheme to use them against us from this other omniscient present being. I don't know who he is, but I must say I have toyed with the idea that it was Professor Nightseed's father, since he was never found. Despite being old, I mean, it doesn't mean that he's necessarily dead,
Not as a necromancer, they can live forever.
right?
Ah, uh, b- immortality is not so easily obtained, even for necromancers.
Sure.
You just
But
suck the life out of a bunch of bodies.
That's not quite how it works.
we do know that we're dealing with somebody of great power based on these writings in this necromancy book and the extreme obstacles that we've come across in the last couple of days.
Oh,
And given the stolen pages from the books as well, we've discovered that in our own research of topics, there are missing pages right before very crucial information. So I do think it's worth noting that somebody with a necromantic background is obviously our perpetrator here, and perhaps it could be him.
yeah.
So
Did you bring a book for us to compare?
another,
Oh
I
yes.
was gonna say another theory would be also that it's there's possibly the necromancer doing everything, but or it could be just two separate people or beings doing it, and one person is trying to actively keep us from finding out information, and then the other one's trying to do something else.
Oh yeah, there's like a big necromancer, be it Mortius or some unknown being, pulling all the strings, making crazy things happen, and then Mordane's just trying to cover his tracks and stop people from figuring out what's happening until it's too late.
Mm,
That's what I would lean towards.
I see. I see. Well, yeah, yes, I did bring some of my father's writing.
Cool.
Let
Genra, do you
us
want to
compare
compare
it.
the two with your keen goose eyes?
Sure.
What are we comparing here? What's the comparison
The
object?
Insanity Tome, like the
Ah,
early areas of it,
gotcha.
versus that.
Did we happen to take that other book where they got those silly prophecies from?
Oh, the nice and accurate prophecies of my
Yeah.
miser Miriam.
Yes.
Lycus, do you have that?
Have which thing?
The prophecy book with the goofy prophecies.
Oh, he. Was that one? Did we take that one with us?
I don't think
I don't
we
remember.
did.
I don't think
I
so.
just wanted to see if we had it, we could also compare that one.
Right.
Just for the sake
I
of
want to
Um,
say you put it
I don't
back.
think it was explicitly said whether we took it or not, so it would have just been up to Lycus in that moment.
Right. So if it's
Yeah.
not on the if it's not on the sheet, we'll
Like
assume you put it back.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd like to put that one back.
Yeah.
If
So
you
just
can,
the necromancy book.
All right.
what would be an appropriate check to fake try to make writing looking that looked like the book?
Like the prophecy book.
Uh-huh.
I mean, you remember what it looked like perfectly, but that'd be like a dexterity check to mimic it properly.
Either way.
Well, actually, we'll just do the magical version. He'll pull out a little
Ah, and make an
Uh,
We
illusory.
we
tap
don't
it a
need
couple of times to give it the image.
Okay, so you have an illusory page from the prophecy book,
Okay.
and your other okay, and okay, yeah, yes, the writings in the madness book do look suspiciously like the sample that Nightsea provides you.
That's the
Ooh.
necromancy one, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, I see. You're reproducing it so we didn't have to open the book again.
He reproduced it because he didn't have the book.
We have the necromancy book.
No, the prophecy book.
no. He's talking about the prophecy one.
It does
He
not
made
match the
a-
prophecy one at all.
And yeah,
Okay.
it's not important. Well, you'll all be interested to know that it appears that this necromancy book, this strange insanity writing, is very similar, if not exactly, the same as Professor Nightseed's father, Mortius.
Hmm.
Okay, in this moment, I'm just gonna glance over at Rezik, just kind of while I'm talking, see if anything changes about him.
Roll
Do I
insight.
notice? Okay.
Rezik is looking at the book, or the it's more like a sheaf of papers that Nightseed provided. It looks like a treatise or like some thesis work from Night Road's younger days. And he's looking at it thoughtfully, like,
Interesting. She's just gonna note that and maybe ask him later.
Okay.
Yes, so I suppose this could have been Mortius's maybe final writing. I'm not sure. He might have put some sort of curse on this. I have no idea, but this feels like his. This is another check mark on Mortius's side as a suspect.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Especially seeing that the shadow is trying to drag Mordain to Mortius's hidden study.
Right. I mean, we can assume at this point that he, at some point, was using that study, and given its secretive nature, I'd assume that he was up to no good, but who knows?
Hmm.
Who knows?
I wonder what the potion does then.
That I don't know. You don't recall, okay. The Dean. How long has he been Dean? Was Night Road around when Dean began?
He has been dean longer than Nightseed has been a professor.
Okay.
But he probably was around, but was not the dean when Night Road was a teacher here.
Okay. So he might have some sort of rapport with Night Road.
Oh,
He probably has met him before, yes.
Yeah.
Dean, do you
So-
remember the circumstances surrounding Night Road's disappearance?
Well, he was always a secretive man, and we suspected that he had located one or more of the secrets of the university, and had not told anyone, which is not terribly uncommon, to be honest. So the circumstances were just that one day he never showed up to class and was never seen again.
Hmm.
Interesting.
Do we know the last place he was seen?
Class, I assume.
And
Did
are
you
any of
ever-
the teachers here? Were any of the teachers in that currently serving here in that class?
In his necromancy class.
Right, in his final class, by chance?
no,
Is there a
no.
way to check the rolls?
No, we if I'm being honest, anyone who takes the necromancy course, apologies, Nightseed, is put on a list.
Oh, so you have a list of students we could reference?
Sure.
Wonderful. Follow-up question. Do teachers ever take other teachers' classes? Or faculty of any sort?
Certainly, yes, of course. They sit in, they audit.
And if they took that class, they will be on that list regardless of their status as faculty?
No. Once hired especially if they're tenured, we have kind of decided that they are good and worthy people.
About your guys' hiring process, Are they very scrutinized for the people that are hired here as teachers, or is it mostly just previous students?
Largely previous students. Very few persons come in from outside of the wood, or could have tended enough learning without the avium's assistance to have become a professor.
Are any of the people that we've mentioned today, were they outsiders prior to this? Or
No, we currently have no professors who were not avium students.
Hmm. Interesting. So Mortius would have known about a majority of the secret hideouts across this school, meaning he could have potentially hidden himself away.
Certainly,
Is that
yeah,
correct?
yes.
Hmm.
Nightsea, did you not theorize that in order to affect the servitors at such a large capacity, a necromancer would have to have a ritual room, access to a ritual room of sorts?
Yes, or she didn't stutter. Yes, I suspect so.
Yeah, and so nobody was getting into yours with the amount of locks on it, so there
Unlikely.
must be one hidden away.
Certainly, yes.
How large would this room need to be, just so we can kind
Uh,
of get a
a good
rough
size.
idea?
I mean, not a broom closet by any stretch, but wouldn't have to be an auditorium either. You know, a standard sized room could easily support the circle.
Hmm.
Dean, do you know of any hidden rooms that other people generally don't?
Uh, uh yeah, I suppose I have something of a record of the hidden chambers, but most of them, once discovered, are no longer hidden and become used.
Yeah. I mean, we found the one down in the archives, but it's hard to say,
Have
which
you
area could support one.
have you ever recovered anything out from these rooms?
Oh
Like hidden?
yes, of course.
What types of items?
Oh,
And do you know where
curios
they
of
were?
history and magical artifacts, journals, personal effects.
Hmm.
Anything worth hiding, right?
Right.
Hmm. I don't know what to say at this point.
Well,
Oh,
I have something to say if you're done.
actually,
Actually,
do you know of a creature that is 10 to 15 feet long and has many appendages and has a very oddly shaped facial features?
some kind of terrifying spider.
Yes, it seems like that thing was outside of our window last night. It
Oh,
was breaking our panes.
my goodness. Well, uh,
Yes.
uh, uh, coincidentally enough, the student who claims to have been attacked also gave such a description.
Did he get a better look at it?
Uh,
I only saw shadows.
no, sadly, he had less to say actually.
Ugh, goodness. Well, that is a shame. Hmm. Well, I suppose there is a sort of spider creature on the loose, and we need to be very cautious about it. This student, how was he attacked by this? Could you tell us anything about where he was, what he was doing, if anything was stolen from him?
He was he said he was in one of the stairwells, and a
Right.
creature attacked him under the cover of darkness. It was a night, of course. Um, and he said it had reached out and pushed him hard against a wall, and yeah, since then he's been feeling very run down, very slow, sluggish, and has confined himself to bed. Now, if I'm being completely honest, he does not have any greater wounds, and students have been known to make such claims in order to get out of exams.
I mean,
I don't know about that though. Professor Nightseed,
Yeah.
are there any necromancer spells that could
Drain your life
perpetually
force.
drain you in that way?
Oh yes, of course. That's one of necromancy's specialties.
Is there any way you could have you already examined the boy to see if he's under the effects of any spells like that?
No, of course. I only heard about this yesterday, and have since only been here with you.
Oh,
Can you?
well, would that
This
be
is a
possible?
question. This is a question outside of character. Can you use? I don't understand transmutation.
Hmm.
Can you use it on yourself to like make yourself something different?
Depends on the spell. Some of them, yes.
Okay. So if you were like a high level.
Yeah, if I was a big ass wizard,
Person.
I could definitely transform myself into a woolly mammoth.
Yeah. Okay. Just making sure. I've been trying to figure out how that transmutation plant thing
Mhm.
is related to everything. So, seeing this creature that only made me think, with his messed up facial features, maybe there was like just something off a little bit. And that was what it was. Anyway, continue.
Yeah, we definitely need to get that potion analyzed.
I agree. We should.
You have a potion? I could take a look.
Oh,
Sure.
please do. It's from Mortius's room.
Oh, interesting. He casts a quick detect magic, and assuming Lycus whips out the potion.
Correct.
Okay. He take a long look and scratch his chin. Ah, yes. A potion of reduction. The imbiber will shrink in size.
Well, there's our answer. Mortius was using that to get in and out of that room without triggering any traps or opening the door. Teeny tiny little Ant-Man.
Wasn't there a crack in
The ceiling from
the ceiling?
plant.
Yep.
But it was the plants were still there and growing rather rapidly, as though there was now chemical.
Maybe he's giving off some sort of magic, like a
Well-
take and give situation.
Well, the plants
I
are
don't know.
soaked in plant growth potion.
Photosynthesis.
Photosynthesis.
So, okay, we need to figure out what was above that room.
Photosynthesis. Photosynthesis.
Dean, have you got a detailed map of the archives?
The archives are a singular floor. If it was above them, then it would not be in the archives.
Right.
What is above them?
I mean, the entire university, they're the bottom floor.
So, if
Right.
we mark for you on our map where this hidden room is, could you tell us precisely what room is above it?
Oh, yes, of course.
Let's do it.
Yep.
All right. You whip out a map, or he whips out a map of the avium, and you point out where, as best you're able. He does some tracing, and there are a number of laboratories above this area, and given the old stone structure and the unknown, honestly, nature of the piping, well, I suppose it's certainly possible that a drain could have lost its way, as it were. The directly above the archive is just the entry foyer, so certainly not there. And then above that, the dorms, the laboratories actually don't start for many floors up.
Hmm. Might
From
be our
the-
secret
from-
room then.
Too many people talking.
From the dormitory we are at, if you were heading about this angle, heading downward, where would you?
No, well, eventually in the archive, but from your dormitory, not in that spot. But again, I would suspect more that this is an issue of piping than poorly sealed floors and ceilings.
Out of curiosity, that potion, how long would it last? Would you know anything about that?
The effect?
Yes.
Oh, well, I the magical aura, I can determine its effect, not necessarily its potency. That would be more of an alchemical question.
it would not make sense for a creature to come to our window in which it would not fit. But perhaps it was just transportation for something smaller. Or there was plans for it to shrink itself. I'm not sure, but knowing there's some sort of shrinkage involved, it just makes me a little bit curious because that window pane, I'm just not sure what the true intent was there.
I think it was
Yes,
or just using it to go out the drain and get up into the school.
could be. Yes,
Perhaps.
or perhaps just an intimidation tactic. I mean, you were lured into a trap,
Right.
for no other purpose than to do you harm, and then something at your window. If I were a nefarious evildoer, I too would be trying to scare my pursuers off the trail.
I mean, I feel like we've been lured into two traps now. One in the library with Mordain at the wheel of that one.
Yes, that was the point I wanted to make. There are too many dots connecting to Mordain, um, and frankly, a few too few for this Mortius. Um, I would propose you start with Mordain. I will call him out of the. Seems legit. I will call him out of the archive for a brief repast, an hour at most. And I would suggest the four of you take a good long look.
Okay.
Not at any of the books that will be dangerous, but for other secrets.
Yeah.
As long as
Ha-
we can enter in without him. I do know there is a barrier of sorts when it
Yes,
closes.
yes. So long as it's during the day, you'll be fine.
I would just say have a cell ready, and obviously be prepared for him to have some magic that you're not aware of.
All right.
Perhaps you should take Nightseed with you, as she is quite familiar, with necromancy if he is indeed using it. At least you'll have someone else there to possibly counteract it.
Hmm.
Yes, clever. The two of us will invite him for tea.
I mean,
All right.
he was faking taking a liking to you to try and learn from you anyway, right, Nightseed? So
Yeah,
it would be a natural fit to have you maybe you extend the invitation.
true. She still looks sad about that topic.
Yeah.
You've
Yeah.
reminded her she doesn't have any friends, you bitch.
Ooh.
I'm trying to get her to use that against him, so it doesn't seem suspicious.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
It makes her a little sad, but logically she understands. I hope.
Yeah. All right. So is that the plan?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
You guys are
I believe we'll be needing a key to his office.
Mordain's office.
Oh yeah, in the archives, right?
Yes. I would be shocked if it were there. I mean, that seems the obvious place, don't you think? Still.
You never know.
Still. He shuffles through a monstrous key ring and hands you one.
I mean, does he have any other rooms that would be I mean, outside of secret rooms that would be lockable by him that he might be able to hide things anyway, right?
His personal dormitory room on the staff level.
Okay. I mean, my key to that too, please.
Sure.
I don't. We may need to split up to search both.
You have been attacked twice. I think splitting is a bad idea.
I agree. I'm just trying
Like
to
when your
maybe
character's telling you.
maybe y'all keep him entertained for 2 or 3 hours, and we can search both.
Yes.
Or we can just go during the day when he's supposed to be away from home.
Yes. However, again, I would advise starting in the archive. It does seem to be the center point for many of these dots.
Agreed. All right. When shall we go?
Now,
What's
if you're
that,
ready.
Ugla?
Do we have anyone capable of commanding the servitors?
Well, Night Seed, of course.
I wonder if they could give us some clues as to what Mordane's been up to in the archives. If we were to be able to talk to them and get information from them, get them to lead us to things.
They don't speak, Ugla. Your
Oh,
boy is an anomaly.
that's true.
That
I
none
mean,
of
but they follow commands, right?
commands, yes, but they also don't retain memory. That they are
Right.
programmed with simple tasks.
That's true. And I guess if they had expanded beyond that, then, you know, I'd find out pretty quickly.
Did I already ask? And I apologize if I already did, but what were the complaints specifically about the other servitors? I mean, what exactly were they doing again?
They had just simply halted in place and left the room.
Now, what was the command given before they left?
She lightly speaks up. To my knowledge, none. I had not been performing. Sorry. That's a lie. I had been performing my experiments that day.
Oh, so you believe it was related to you?
That particular
Just that.
instance was likely me. Yes.
Got it.
Do you know where they went?
They came to me, to my office.
Huh. So, why didn't you just tell us that?
As we recently discussed, I was attempting to keep my experiments hidden.
But okay, I might be wrong. I thought when we came in, the deed specifically said, and I talked to Nightseed about the strange servitors, but she didn't divulge anything about herself during that. I didn't understand it as that.
Correct. She
That's
did
kinda
not
why I
tell
was
anything
like-
about herself.
Okay.
She up until you forced her to do so, she was attempting to hide her experiments from the dean.
I might have just made a friend of me, guys. That's okay.
Might have.
Hadn't already?
That's okay.
I think that was.
That's okay.
We're well beyond
I
that.
mean, we bonded while you guys were inside talking about that note last night. Okay.
I don't know. That nat 20 on intimidation sticks with you a while.
Yeah.
Well,
She'll never forget how scary Genra can be.
well, she shouldn't.
I mean, an angry goose. That's serious
True.
business.
You don't want to be chased by an angry.
She
goose,
fears the
okay?
honk.
That's
Mhm.
right, as she should. All right. Well, yes. Are you guys ready to go? I guess I am too.
Yeah, I don't have anything else here.
Yeah, we'll head over to an ancillary location for 30 minutes and we'll chill there and then head over to the archives. We plan to be down there at an hour from now. Does that give you time to get him out of there?
Yes, that should be fine.
Let's do it.
All right. We'll fast track the hour unless anyone needs to do anything. No? All right. The hour goes by. You head down to the archive. The stone guards don't give you any problem. And you're downstairs. There are 3 servitors manning the desk. One of them has like a little sign that he holds up when you walk in saying, Professor Mordane is currently away, will return later today.
Good afternoon, servitors.
Why?
Stand.
Let's go over to this desk over
Sit.
here and discuss our plan.
Mm-hmm.
Jump.
They don't move.
Jesus
I was hoping that something
Freaking
about that would
Ugla.
change or they respond or
Let's-
respond to command of some kind.
Let's go ahead
Yell at
and
'em.
looking around in Mordane's desk here up front, and then
Hey,
see.
Red, how about you give it a shot?
Why would mine be any different?
I don't know. You're good at creeping these guys out.
I mean, you could try creeping them out.
I don't really respond to
yell
me.
at
See, I
them?
don't respond to your commands.
That was just boy, just kind of like you. Okay. Do a circle.
They spin in a circle.
I knew it. Y'all got a special connection. They're totally afraid of you for some reason. So what you said to Boy, he must have transferred to all the other ones. They're networked.
Resonated.
Resonated.
Perfect.
Rezik, tell them, ask them something else. Have them say something or do something else.
Oh, I mean, yeah. See if they're capable of speech. That'd be nice.
Ask them to collect all of Mordane's things that he's hidden around the library.
That's jumping straight to it.
Big brain idea. Collect all of Mordane's things that he's hidden around the library, please.
They don't move. They not because you can't command them, but because that's a really complicated command. And they don't seem to be capable. Again, if they were capable of smoke out the ears, they'd be doing it.
Could you break that down into a simpler, like, couple of questions? Like, does Mordane hide things? Say yes.
Take
if
us to
so.
where Mordane hides things.
Say Genra.
They don't speak.
Oh, looks like they don't speak.
Lycus goes up,
Go ahead.
looks up into Mordane's,
Looks up into Mordane's what?
to hop over into Mordane's desk. You know, the little station that he's.
Yeah.
Okay. It's largely record keeping and organizational directions. It's just information about the archive, like the archive proper. No secrets.
Um.
Oh, Rezik, maybe try something like go Mordane hiding spot. Something like a simple command like that.
Or you could say, does Mordane hide things? Knock once for yes and 2 for no.
Pretty complicated.
That's super complicated. If they can't show us where they're keeping stuff, I don't think they can answer questions. We'll go. We'll give it a shot. Knock once if Mordane is hiding things.
They don't move.
It says go Mordane hiding. Try that.
Go Mordane hiding.
They don't move.
I guess the concept of hiding things is not simple.
Or
Can you just
understanding.
ask? Can you just ask them to show us where the hidden rooms are? Take us
Show
to
us
the
hidden
hidden
rooms.
rooms.
They don't move.
Fuck, they're useless. Let's just go.
It's the concept of things that are being hidden that is.
It's not working with them. Yeah.
Because they
Or
don't
just
understand
show us
what's
all
hidden.
of the rooms in this room. I don't know.
Hmm. Tour rooms.
Show us Mordane's walking path. Oh, I guess it.
They don't move.
Yeah.
Show
Like-
Mordane's office.
Let me help you guys out here. You're spending far too much time with the servitors.
Damn it.
They don't store memories. They have no recollection of anything you could possibly ask them in any of the ways you're trying to word this. Like, the only things that they have down here are simple tasks and where the books are. And that's probably only the books in the library proper. They probably don't know about, if you're like, show me books in hidden study, they wouldn't move.
So if we asked
Show us
where the
pages
last,
of books.
Show us what?
Pages of torn books.
They don't move.
Hmm.
like,
They don't
Okay.
store memories. They have programmed
Sure.
instructions.
yeah, okay, yeah. Let's just move on. All right, so let's sit down here and figure out where we're going to go. I mean, we know on this side over here, and she points to where they were before with the secret room. We know there's one over there. Do we want to tackle that whole side, or do we want to go to the opposite side and start there? Where should we go?
I say we start from the middle, work out.
I mean, the odds that both hidden rooms are on the same side seems pretty slim. So yeah, maybe start from the opposite side and work to it.
Sure. Do you know what we're looking for? Do you
I don't-
recall that last
Sure.
room? I suppose I'll have to try to see that same thing myself, but essentially it was a marking on the ground to insinuate something had opened, and it was very slight. So if you perhaps see anything like this, let's take a look at it.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure all three of you can spot things a little better than I can, but
Let's
yeah,
hope
let's take
so.
a look around.
All right. So rather than perception this time around, it's going to be investigation. You guys spend the next number of hours looking throughout the archive.
All right.
Of course.
Wow. Oh, rip.
Mm. We're gonna find all the
I
doors
don't-
like this. Woo!
Mm.
We're gonna find doors that nobody
Guys,
ever knew
oh.
existed.
Douglas stares at the bookcases and contemplates his hatred of studying.
Books.
I think this could be something, but it turns out to just be like where somebody just like scraped something into one of the desks, vandalizing it.
Yep.
Ugla's like, you know what? They're looking at the other section. I'll be the only one who checks the one with the same one that we already found. And Ugla, you spend your whole time just trying to figure out the special sequence that Genra already knows for that room.
Yes.
You're just like pulling books, messing with shit. You spend that the whole time.
No, she did it like this.
Yeah.
God damn
In order to find the new one, I have to fully understand the old one.
it. That's definitely Ugla.
All right. So yeah, all three of you easily locate a much worse hidden, much less hidden secret doorway. This one doesn't swing out; it rolls aside from a like a bookshelf into a blank stone wall, and then behind that bookshelf is an opening. It doesn't stay open long. It looks like it's like counterweighted to close on its own, but it is certainly long enough for everyone to get through. Does everyone enter the area? Or?
Let's all go. Just stay together and check this out, and we should definitely look for traps.
Yeah, that's on you again.
Do we really want to waste? Not to say we're wasting time, but others could still be looking right now.
I mean, we had 3 hours, and I bet Genra found this pretty quick.
Nah, still took you an hour. It's a big room.
Even with a 20?
Even with a 20.
Is this the only one in the room that we found? Like we scanned the whole room, or have we not done the whole room yet?
You did not do you didn't check the same wall, the wall with the other secret room, but you checked the other 3 sections. One you found maybe some like a little hidden alcove, but it was empty, like someone else had found it before. And then there was like a bookshelf with a section of what looked like a series of books, all really tight together. Turned out that was a box, and somebody used to hide liquor in there, but it had dissolved.
Damn.
Okay, well, never mind. I wouldn't suggest that then if we've already checked most of it. So.
Okay.
I was thinking maybe you found a copy of Playbird in there.
Should I roll investigation again to check if there's traps?
Are you planning on looking for traps?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Roll perception if you're looking for traps.
Okay.
I'm also going to be looking for traps as well with her.
Go ahead and proceed.
Please get a better roll.
All right.
Yes.
All right. So let's do this in order here. You enter the hallway. My description here is you and your companions find yourselves in a small hallway, dimly lit by motes of magical light, which float in slow, random patterns near the passageway's ceiling. The hall before you continues downward into darkness. 20 feet ahead, to your left, a door has been left ajar. The hallway is about 10 wide and at least 60 long. It's light the whole way, so it's 100 long. The little like they're barely the size of fireflies, but they're magic, and they just kind of like lazily swirl around on the ceiling. Not a whole lot of them, but just enough to provide very dim illumination.
Is Ugly able to reach one?
Sure.
So he's gonna grab it and like take a real close look at it.
It's not a physical object.
His hand passes through it.
Yeah, it's just like illusory light balls.
Very cool.
Were
All
there
right,
any
let's.
traps?
Well, there's a door with a jar.
That's it though. There's nothing on the ground that, or on the
When's a
walls.
door not a door?
When is a door not a
When it's
jar? When it's a jar.
When it's a jar.
No, it seems fine. Neither of you saw any traps.
Cool. Yeah, let's go for the door.
The door and then the hallway.
Okay. The door leads to a small, very old, very abandoned laboratory. Looks crazy dusty. Most of the stuff in here is long beyond use. The door's ajar, but it doesn't look like it's actually seen any visitors. There's no footprints in the dust or anything.
Yeah.
Unless there was somebody real small coming in here, so as not to disturb the dust.
The shrinking potion goes from from medium size to small size, not to fucking molecule
Ant-Man.
size. Yeah, so there's no Ant-Man going on here.
Since it doesn't look like it's been disturbed in a long time, Genra is going to go back into the hallway and try to see if she can tell if there's anything else to be open, like another secret room maybe somewhere in this hallway.
Now that you like with more again, it's really dim, so you can't really see that far, even though you can see the outline of the hallway. You don't see great details at distance.
Yeah.
But like now that you come to this door, you can see there's another door, 15 feet up, and then there's probably another door 15 feet up. This is a hallway to many rooms.
Well, it looks like we have our work cut out for us. There are more rooms ahead. Shall we move on?
Yeah, keep checking for traps. And how does detect magic work again? What's the radius?
It's a 60-foot cone.
How wide is the hallway?
10.
10.
I guess it wouldn't let you see through walls, would it?
No.
So not that useful.
All right. It's getting late here, and I want to push through this section. So you go all the way down the hall. You look at all the rooms; they're all barren and unused until you get to the very end. This door actually has a little bit of light coming from beneath it, so you very likely that it's in use or has been used. You check it for traps or stuff or whatever. Seems fine. Somebody ends up opening the door. We get here. This small stone room smells musty and old. Bookshelves line the walls, though they are mainly empty, and there is a table against the right wall. A cushioned chair sits in the middle of the room. Most of the furniture is old, except for the chair, which appears to be a new addition. A simple wooden door lies to the left. So this room is clean. Looks like it has been seen frequent and recent use.
But it has an outgoing door.
It does have an outgoing door.
Yeah.
All right. I wonder what's in that desk. Torn pages.
You also spot a large rug in the center of the room.
Oh, let's definitely move that rug. Genra's gonna slowly move that rug. Just to
Big
see if
ass
anything's underneath.
ritual circle.
Oh, we
Well,
found it. Nice.
Indeed.
That's pretty quick.
I'm gonna roll Arcana to see if it matches.
Looks necromantic. Maybe not be exactly the same as the one upstairs.
Okay.
Shall we, is there anything we want to investigate in here before we move to this door? I'm afraid this
Probably look through
could
that
lead
desk.
us into danger. Yes. Is
I
there
mean,
anything in the
it's
desk?
we could do that, or we could attempt to disrupt this ritual.
How about yeah. I mean, I wonder what's gonna happen if we do disrupt this ritual circle. You think it'll kill Boy?
It'll do something.
Indeed. I think we're going to have to take that risk, knowing what we know, that this is indeed bad.
Especially if it's able to overwhelm the other servers.
I did this backwards. Hold on. The first room that with the door ajar is this room. It just reads really odd in the description.
Okay.
So this is the first room. You haven't checked the rest, but you'll finish this one and then go check the rest.
Okay.
We found the
But
ritual.
this still has that door inside of it. It's probably just a closet, I'm assuming, but I don't know. Okay. All right, so we check the desk.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there anything else?
Sorry. Answering too many messages. Yes. Inside, you see a variety of notes, all depicting a study of necromancy, and specifically focusing on the ability to drain energy.
Of course.
What were you looking at, Rezik?
This big ritual circle. What do you mean? What am I looking at?
I mean, Lycus definitely could have told us. But I guess he didn't.
But I guess not.
I don't know. Lycus would tell him it's the necromantics.
The shelves are mostly empty, but in the few books you'll find similar things like lesser necromancy study volumes, stuff like that. Like not as good as the big Necronomicon you'd seen before.
All right, we're gonna take all of the paper in here and all these books and put them in our bag.
Yep.
Okay.
It's not safe to keep this here.
Take all the notes and whatnot, put it in the bag of holding.
Now I guess we should disrupt this ritual circle.
There's still the door, the other door.
Yeah, the door. I'm afraid, like, if we open the door, if somebody's gonna be over there or something's gonna be in there. I don't know.
Do we have a safe way to disrupt this ritual, I guess?
I have never seen anything quite like this. Would the earlier Arcana check tell me if there's a weak spot in the ritual circle?
Nothing specific. It's more like you don't think that it's more like you don't think that there's going to be anything to disrupt. This is more of a command circle, as in like performing maintenance and giving new instructions, rather than something that maintains an effect.
Yeah.
Oh.
Got
So if we just left this and never came back, and somebody came back and fixed it, it would be fine.
Yeah.
Right. If they just redid
Well, if
it.
we could just draw it somewhere else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's not like it's actively
Right. It's not doing anything right this moment.
Yeah.
There's no
Okay.
glowing room.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
Closet
definitely just chill.
is. Let's go to the closet
Okay.
or door.
The door.
Or whatever.
The door to the closet.
Yeah.
Is there a light
Inside,
underneath it?
there is no light.
Okay. Then I
Was-
won't worry about it.
Okay, a quick question beforehand. Was there a candle in this room? Because I don't think you said that.
Oh, I did not say that, but it is
There's a
lit.
light under the door.
It's lit by
Yeah.
several magical sconces.
Okay,
It's a well lit room.
nice.
Okay. In the closet, you find standing, though seemingly asleep, and surrounded by a magical-looking gray haze, one Mordain Swiftgale.
I knew it!
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Yes!
Look at this, guys. What the?
Well. So it seems we do know more.
There's also
This is where-
like a blue pendant hanging on a hook on the inside of the closet. And since one of you has keen mind, I don't have to make anyone roll. Other Mordain, is wearing the same pendant.
Of course.
It looks like the Dean and Nightseed may be in grave danger right now.
Yes, should we wake up this Mordain and perhaps break the spell? Or if there is one?
Oh, no.
Would
Now
we
that
head
the
this
longer
way?
you look at him, you're not sure he's asleep. He might be dead. He's not.
Okay.
He doesn't look like he's breathing. There's no rise and fall to the chest.
But he's in like some sort of a spell or a haze. Or something?
He's standing upright, head straight down, eyes closed, totally unmoving. And there's like a light gray haze that kind of surrounds him. If you get close, it seems physical. Like there's gonna be a texture if you tried to touch the haze.
Detect magic.
It is necromancy and conjuration.
Okay. Can I roll Arcana?
Yeah. The two effects are combining to basically keep him in stasis. He is probably alive.
Is there something in? Is there anything that's keyed to those two?
Probably just the caster and its ritual. You'll either have to dispel it or take care of the caster.
Okay. And I don't have the ability to spell.
Right, so just the caster.
So we
then.
just leave him here. Well,
Should we take the blue necklace? What's its significance?
Oh, the other Mordain is wearing the same one, likely
Oh, and
to.
with the detect magic, actually, the pendant has a transmutation and illusion aura.
of course. What if we broke that?
Yeah. Then all of a sudden the other Mordain might not look like Mordain.
Right. Or what if we wore it? Would he then change into us?
This Mordain is not wearing the pendant; it's on a hook.
Right, I
Yeah.
get that, but somehow it's within close range. I'm wondering, like, if if it
Hmm.
still works in the same way.
Who wants to give
Well,
it a try?
let's take the amulet at least.
I feel like we should avoid touching it.
It's fine.
It's fine.
Okay.
All right.
Lycus goes over there and grabs it with his glove,
Okay. Seems fine.
throws it in the
Alright.
bag.
Toss it in the bag and let's
Aw,
get back there to the Dean and Nightseed.
You don't put it on.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like,
Okay, fine. He'll put it on. He'll put it
Yeah.
on.
Standing before you is a third Mordain.
so
Oh,
it just do.
wow. Say something.
Why, hello there.
It sounds like Mordain.
Wow.
So any of us could become Mordain now that we have this pendant.
Correct.
When he takes the amulet off, does he turn?
Yeah, you turn back. And for reference like this, while you had it on, the transmutation and illusion aura disappeared as well. While the illusion is active, part of the magic hides the aura.
Cool.
Oh.
Well, mages never detected anything weird about this guy.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, so he puts it back on.
Okay. You're Mordain again.
Well,
On, off.
All right.
shall
Well,
we
We need
Let's-
go?
let's go bag a necromancer.
Indeed.
And someone who knows transmutation.
Someone
mean-
of someone's?
Sure figured all this crap out. It's
Who
been
knows? There could be more than one pendant.
decades.
Or
Yeah, well,
two pendants.
so it's pretty clear that there's at least two pendants. So
And
Do we
Go ahead.
recognize this pendant aside from Mordain? Have we ever seen this before?
Yeah.
Okay, I was just wondering, like, if anybody we'd ever come in contact with had been wearing it as well.
so
Guys,
maybe there's more than one.
we can still catch Mordain talking to the Dean and Nightseed.
Let's hurry.
listen to Resic.
A little 6-on-1.
Think about
What
it.
does it
Before we
resonate?
go rushing in, we need to think about this. Why would there be two pendants?
Thank you, Resic.
I mean, more than
Oh,
one person could be Mordain.
Someone
And
else, yes, is of course.
It's
a better question than that is, why would it be stored here? Why would they not just keep it?
co-conspirators.
You guys are way more suspicious than the writing is. It's just an extra.
It's just an extra.
It's just a spare.
We'll have to be on
It's a
Just in
plot.
case they break or lose the first one.
just because he was a raging lunatic doesn't mean he's not careful.
Right?
Yeah. All right. Well, that makes us feel better.
I mean, in
We-
character,
we
you might
kind
still
of-
have those suspicions, but
We're
We
suspicious,
definitely
but
do.
It's,
Yeah.
it's whatever.
Everything has a purpose. This one is just because the owner is careless.
right.
Well, let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Make haste.
I think whenever we see them, we should definitely come from behind them, though.
There is still the rest of the hallway.
We're gonna check.
You should check it.
Okay.
Okay.
We're gonna check.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. So you check those other doorways. Like I said, you found nothing, just a bunch of empty classrooms and labs. Then you get to the end. This time for real. This time.
Is there a light under this door?
I'm looking. Oh, there's even a description. As you and your companions travel down the dim hall, you are met with the unmistakable smell of death. There is no ambient sound here, aside from your own footsteps. You pass by empty rooms, all of which look to have been long abandoned, but soft candlelight seeps out from beneath a closed door at the end of the hallway. Luckily, one of you is still running Detect Magic. There is a magical line crossing the hallway about 20 feet from that door.
I will point it out to everyone.
It is a abjuration effect.
Gunra,
Yes.
could you sing a little song to help me while I concentrate?
Sure. There's something down here with us, and I don't know why we're here. I'm quite afraid right now, but I must not give in to my fear.
So, is there any way that's perceivable to, like, disable?
Would you like to first roll Arcana to identify?
Wow.
Ah, it's an alarm spell.
Of course.
So there's no good way of disabling.
If you had Dispel Magic.
Right.
What if we were Mordain? Do you think it would still work on him?
I don't think magic would be fooled by the
Okay.
pendant.
Unless it was specifically
Like
decided
if
to.
you had polymorph, then I would totally let you.
Got it.
But with just the illusion, no.
I mean, it's a transmutation illusion, though.
That's true. You do assume his actual form. You know what? I will allow that.
He
All right.
he wears the amulet and walks on over.
Okay. Nothing seems to happen. But it's just you.
Right.
Yeah. We'll stay over here while you try and figure out how to disarm it.
All right.
Or look in the room.
Yeah. Let me peek inside real quick.
All right. So the door is closed. Do you open the door? What's your plan?
Start first checking the door.
Okay. Door does not appear trapped, but in the process of putting your face and ears near it, through the door, you can hear a soft speech of some kind, as if someone is muttering.
As if someone is muttering.
Yes.
So quickly go back over to the group and say, someone's talking in there. We should go.
Yeah, I feel like we should confront the fake Mordain first.
Right, well,
Can
let's
we-
open up the door and see what's inside. Then
Wait.
go deal with.
Oh,
We can't get over that thing though, all of us.
Right, well, you've set off an alarm so they know you're there. But I can walk over there, open the door, and all of you
good
can
idea.
charge.
Got an incredible idea. You wear the necklace, cross it, toss the necklace over. One of
That's
us
what I'm
wears it,
wondering.
cross it, and
Yep.
we just do that to get it across the alarm. We can all go in
Quietly.
together.
We need to be very quiet.
Yeah.
Right, very quiet. So we're going to.
Okay. You play the toss the necklace game.
Mhm. And all the Mordains get through.
All the Mordains pass by the alarm spell.
That's funny.
I like that. Okay, now what?
Let's go open that door. I'll do it.
We kick in the door.
Uglo takes a running jump with both feet and attempts to knock the door off its hinges. So Ugla quietly opens the door.
I just have to count spaces. Okay.
Oh no.
All right. You guys are all here. Ugla is attempting to quietly open the door. Okay. Alrighty. Doorway. Okay. It's a classroom, right? Yep, it is. So there's a teacher's lectern and rows of seating. Then a series of lab tables. Okay.
Oh. He starts to open the door and says, "Oh, wait a second," and requests takes the Mordain necklace and puts it on.
Okay.
And he's gonna look back at the group and be like, "Let me take a peek around in here, and hopefully they'll think it's just Mordain if things get crazy."
All right. Cool. So we've got this guy. This guy. These are not actually the shape of them. They're just the only skeleton I have in my files. They are not elks either. So we got 5 bird folk skeletons, or so like standard various bird folk races skeletal form, and this man, who I will make bigger for your benefit. Ka-chow! An older-looking Corvum man sits behind the teacher's lectern, surrounded by papers, looking to be hard at work on something he's writing down. 5 skeletal bird folk stand at various chalkboards, assisting in calculations as he calls them out to them. Okay. As the door opens, it makes a pretty loud creak, and you hear that, and he looks up in shock. Shit! Get him! And
I'm going to say, "Oh, it's just me, Mordain. It's okay."
Get him! the bird folk skeletons turn around, grab a nearby, I don't know, bone club, one of their own ribs, and start to rush the party. And we will leave it there for today.
No, it's just me, Mordain. Master, stop.
Master.
Master Bookman.
Yes.
Ugla closes the door. Nah, there's nothing.
Wrong door.
Wrong room.
Whoops. Excuse me. Yay. We left off last session in combat, and now we're doing the same with this one.
True.
So, seeing a trend.
Seems good.
Seems
Are we level 5 yet?
good. Definitely not.
Yeah.
Especially not leaving on a combat cliffhanger.
Ah,
The good news is we're all rested and ready,
True.
and you've got Ugla on the other side of a doorway. So maybe we can make this work. Maybe this can just be a little assembly line.
Just shield wall in the door and throw shit.
But yeah, I mean, hopefully, I'm sure he yelled "Get him" at the skeleton, so I'm
True.
sure they're just gonna run
Get
over
'em.
like dumbasses. So
There is
hopefully, we
another door too, right?
There is another door on the far side, yes.
So while we're fighting, he essentially can escape.
Oh, he's absolutely going to run for it.
yeah.
Maybe one of us should bum rush in, just knowing that. But that's okay.
Think about that on
Nothing,
Tuesday.
nothing personal, kid.
Across the room and football tackles the old man.
through a series of
He
seating
ends up
rows
having
and
a heart
over
attack.
over a bunch of
Yeah.
random nonsense.
It's athletic checks, right?
Yeah,
That's
This
true.
might work.
maybe. All right, those of you out there on the internet, we appreciate you. Thanks for your follow, Tarragon Misty, right there at the end. You're a cool
All
kid.
right, you cut the best part.
That's true. We will see you all next Tuesday for what I suspect will be the exciting conclusion of Mordane's Mysteries and Scooby and the Gang.
Ooh.
Will they ever know what's going on in broader Humblewood? No.
Almost certainly not.
So we're gonna make
That.
some friends.
True. It's the friends you made along the way that mattered.
Mhm.
Everyone wave goodbye. We'll imagine James is waving.
Yay.
You don't need a killer.